with that. That is not my job.
Yeah, Matt is the Applebee. The Applebee of my eye.
Alrighty. Let's do this, gentlemen.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the mic.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Padded Cell, where I don't even know if there were rails we're supposed to be on. This train is heading somewhere. And today we got the Raz, I think Matt somewhere back there, and we got the Tom.
Yeah, B-Rad's even here for a change, somewhere in the background.
Hi, B-Rad.
Hi. Hello. Yeah,
I didn't hear the B-Rad, so I apologize.
Louder. Hi. Hello, darling. The titties have been sprinkled.
Sprinkle my I hope so. So, gentlemen and lady, how are y'all doing today?
We're tired, man. We came back from a con today. Drove all the way back. Got home, went out to run errands, and the errands have been going on for 2 hours now of errands that were intended to be like 20 minutes.
Holy
and
cow.
I need a cigarette.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's life. Sometimes you do the errands, and sometimes the errands do you. In the butt.
Yeah, one would prefer lube in that case.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of anal ease myself.
Yeah. Anyways.
No, anal ease not be the type of lube. I mean, these kids don't know about anal lube these days, and I feel like they're not learning enough in school.
Well, no. There is a base education depending on what school you're at, but they also don't give you the full education. You're very lucky if they explain the difference that you both have difference downstairs.
Yeah, that's true. And to be fair, you don't want to be creepy. Their high school really taught them how to read, so I'm not good at it. They probably didn't even tell them which one was the right one, if I'm being honest. I'm pretty sure I that was trial and error for them, but that's okay.
Dude, that is why I have common sense classes. That we are working hard on reading with all the kids. We're working hard on writing. Sophie despises writing, but she loves telling stories.
Yeah.
So I know she can make it sound well.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. Sometimes we just want to tell a story. We don't want all the pomp and circumstance of having to write it down. We just want to tell the story, you know? And that's a beautiful thing too. It's just different.
I want to hear the story. but in class they're expecting her to write things.
Yeah.
And write out things, and I'm like, but we have to teach you how to do so, because they didn't exactly teach her how to do, they just said, here, do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, let's work on that. Mommy knows how to do it. I had a teacher that literally that's the only thing they taught me in the year I had with him. How to write in a 5-paragraph format.
Right.
What
So I
about
definitely
you,
have
Tom?
a lot of topics that I want to get into today. I'm just waiting until I'm not in an Applebee's parking lot in your family.
That makes perfect sense. I look forward to when you're back on your porch with your cord.
Yeah, my cord and my scotch and my cigar.
Because I gotta get up early in the morning. I just got tea.
Oh, I probably have to get up early too, but whatever. I'll make Matt dress. No, I don't think it's Never mind, she didn't go until 3, so I have to get up early for a change.
Yay! Tom Dog, what have you been up to?
Just been handling some personal issues and everything like that. Nothing too bad and everything like that. And just been busy doing some shows and some other stuff. Still trying to still working on that short story for and been hitting a little writer's block, but I should be back in full swing once everything gets all cleared up and everything. Um and I've been playing a little bit of Doom, Dark Ages
Oh yeah.
for a little bit. It's awesome game, and so.
Now, I gotta say, I'm
But yeah, a
excited
lot.
to be in an anthology with you. I'm in an anthology with so many people I love. Like, so to add you to that list, dude, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Bumping me up, man. Hell yeah.
I was so happy when we were able to put you in the newsletter. I'm like, yes, he's now a Fae.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, brother? I will actually turn my camera on a little bit later because I know something gets on my ass if I don't turn on my camera. But when I'm on the porch, I'll actually turn it on for a little bit.
Okay, and everybody gets to see your wonderful new hair.
Yeah, it's very blonde and almost all the green is already out. So it was
That is
semi-permanent.
awesome.
It was semi-permanent green, and it wasn't very good semi-permanent green. It was way too light, and I was like, man, I don't think this is gonna hold. And she's like, yeah, it is, and yeah, it did not. That's okay. I can use darker green.
Oh yeah, definitely get darker green. I want
I've
to
also
dye mine,
been.
but I'm having trouble figuring out what color.
Yeah, I had no idea what I wanted. I didn't even want to dye my hair that day until suddenly Abby was over and we're like, let's dye hair, and then hair got dyed.
You know, spell check sucks. It turned his name into Tax, but Tom Dog's fine. Raz is now Tax.
I'm a tax against life. I tax everything.
Well, that could be the what the T stands for.
It is. In fact, I had
Raz
to
Tax
do
Slasher.
it's Raziel Taxes Slasher. It could be Tyrone or Tiberius or just but no, it's taxes today.
A long time ago. I used to dye my hair, and I actually looked pretty good with blonde hair.
Oh yeah, man. I was blonde a lot when I was younger.
And strangely enough, I was born a blonde. So
And I say that, Stephen sends me a message in all caps, turn your camera on. It's not on right now, brother, because I'm in a car and it's dark in the car and I'm in an Applebee's parking lot for the next probably 10 or 15
yeah.
minutes. But I will turn it on as soon as I get home. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I did manage to get some new equipment that I've been messing with too. Um,
Strap on?
I got like some new microphone stuff for my phone and
Okay.
everything. So
Not as exciting as the strap on, but also equally awesome at the same time. This microphone's great.
so I
For
got
all
this
we
thing.
know, For all we know, he may not need a strap on. He may be packing.
That's true. He looks like he's probably back.
Looks like a tribble, this microphone.
Yeah, they do. I have no idea why it looks like a tribble.
Oh, the windscreen, yeah.
I like the product. I like their the products that they have is like from Bauer, and so yeah, they're pretty good. I have a lot of Bauer products, so something to mess with, and got some really cool stuff here. So yeah,
they're a good brand, man.
So I was messing around with it not too long ago. So if I do like any if I go to like any conventions this year, I'm hoping that I do. I'll be able to, use that to good effect. So.
Yeah. I wish you guys lived closer because now on February 13th and 14th, we're doing a giant outside party in the parking lot of our haunt with like live wrestling. A company's actually coming out setting up a ring. We're doing live bands, coffin rides, merchandise, vendors. We're not even charging vendors for spots. We're just letting them show up and sell their books or whatever they want. We have a big old block party in the back of the strip mall, and then people on the strip mall were like, "Hell yeah, go for it." They were like, "You have no idea what you just gave us permission for."
No, but it'll be epic.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of wrestling, I was on Facebook just a little while ago, and I follow a horror convention that I went to back in 2019. It's called CT Horror Fest, and they managed to grab WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle.
Wow, that's a big get, dude, especially right now.
Yeah.
Because he was in a couple of horror movies.
Yeah.
And everything.
Recently,
so, yeah. So I guess he's going to be in some other film too, and so yeah, it's going to be pretty cool that they were able to snag him. So I'm praying I can go to that, and trying to get an interview with him will be, I don't know, somewhat difficult, but nonetheless, I'll still try to go.
My rule is, what's the worst they can do? Say no? Oh no. You know what I mean? If they say no,
yeah,
it's not a problem. I'll ask other people, and eventually someone will say yes. I think we're taught at such a young age to fear the word no, because that's how parents train their kids, is by telling them no, you can't do this. So we get this fear that gets built up of the word no, that then when we become an actor or a podcaster or an interviewer, anything where like no isn't as bad as it sounds, we're still terrified of no.
Well, also, with a lot of us, we had the parents that did not know how to regulate their emotions, and no sometimes hurt.
Oh yes, very much.
No sometimes bled or bruised. So we're just sort of
no fist to the face before.
Yeah. I
feel like my dad could have saved himself some time by just tattooing the word no on his fist when he's young. I feel like we could have just made the whole exchange quicker, Like, that's your no fist. Oh shit, okay. But then he'd have a yes fist too, so I guess that would be twice as bad.
Dude, life would be so much easier if we had known more about the neurodivergencies when we were younger. But also, we were still in the ages of having anything mentally wrong with you was bad, and you should be put in the attic.
It is, but I feel like it's starting to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Being a neurodivergent myself, it shouldn't be cool for you to just go through life and blame everything on your trauma and neurodivergence. I'm finally hitting that point where it might just because I'm old. It's very possible. But I feel like people are cheaping out and blaming their condition or past things that you had nothing to do with on their interactions with you or lack of interactions with you. I think that's the problem.
Well, that's why I'm reframing things with my kids. I'm like, you are neurodivergent. Your brain is different. You see it different. So therefore, we are going to learn a way to make it happen around our brains. And I am nearly 40 years old, and I had this long conversation with my brother earlier about how humans are like, it's my way or the highway. And then when you're neurodivergent, they don't care that you can't catch up to everything. But also, they get mad when the neurodivergent people catch you in your bullshit.
Yo, yeah. Fuck yes.
And yeah,
I feel like if I'm expected to follow a manual to interact with you based on all the things that have ever happened to you in your life, you should do me the favor of at least handing the manual to me when we meet.
yes.
And that's where I'm at. 'Cause I have no problem respecting boundaries and things, but if I don't know they exist, and a lot of things just get made up and happen along the way and leave me more confused than I was to start with, that just makes me not want to interact with that person. Not because I want to disrespect them, but because it's too much for me.
Dude, the problem now is they can fire you. They will fire you if you get caught in your bullshit. It's like the rules say this, but it's like you're not following any of those rules. Yet you
Oh yeah.
expect me to.
Yep.
And that's how he lost his job. And he's like, this is what the rules say. Why didn't you do it? Because you're the person who found it.
Right.
Automatically, he didn't have a job to go back to the next night because he just got tired of it because he got in trouble for not cleaning up a spill that was there on the other side of the store when he was trying to help figure out what was going on with the freezer, not the fridge, but not the freezer section, but the fridge section where the meat is.
Right.
But
And that's
somehow
bullshit.
it's his fault that it didn't get done. It's like, I was trying to fix this. You
Was that just
still
recently?
should have done this. What did you say?
Was that recently?
That's how he lost his job about 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember you telling me about that. Yeah, okay, same page. Sorry, my brain just did something.
Yeah, he
I
lost
do.
his job. My sister-in-law is there's many words about that. So therefore, that's why we got him.
So I have an autism question, or a question from an autistic person. Feel like you have a lot of trauma in your life, right? And you meet up with someone else that has traumas. Whose traumas are being followed in this situation? How do those two people interact if one person thinks their traumas are all that need to be followed and the other person is just clueless or has their own traumas and they think they should be followed? What middle ground exists there? Or could exist there, hypothetically?
Well, you would first need to make sure that they understand that you're both human. You both have very different ideas, and you both need to take time to realize you have different ways of seeing. And the hard part is getting to that point in communication, realizing life is much better if you communicate and you agree uh both are valid. You have and then after you get to the point where you can agree both of you are human, both of you has your own life processes, then you can trauma swap and see if you guys have any matching cards. And if you have any matching cards, and then you can
We are
hi
Jeremy,
Jeremy,
and I
we
miss
love
you,
you
buddy.
and miss you. You can take the time to bond over that, and then you talk about the ones that you don't have that match. And some of those you can help the other person get over the fear of by being gentle and understanding.
But what if someone will only interact with you if you only follow their traumas? Is that person worth interacting with?
That depends if those are the type of people that get old quick. You can try all you can with them, but some point you literally get to the point of I can't, and you limit your interaction, or you get to the point of no interaction. With me,
I'm not
with a
really
lot of
doing
these
that.
people, I've went no interaction.
Right.
What did you say?
I know very few people like that, and I haven't had to deal with that since probably last hunt season. But I've been wondering that a lot lately too. Questions about trauma and how to appropriately interact with people have been bothering me and have been difficult for me lately, and I'm not doing it as well as I could be. You know what I mean?
It's very hard to do it well when you've been around that person often. I'm gonna tell you, if you get frustrated every time you see that person, yeah, it's a thing. It will be exhausting to see that person because you see them automatically. You are mad, you're pissed off, and you just don't wanna, and you wanna leave. So you make it as quick as possible, and then you go back to your safe space, or go back to your job, or go back to your side, the whatever, and you don't talk to them.
Right, right. Here's an
It's
interesting
just
situation. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I
okay.
apologize. No, you
The
go ahead.
last thing I'm going to add is when it turns into being recently with a friend, it has turned into being it w- it had to be a completely all stop, completely get away because they turned violent. And
Oh, yeah.
especially near that situation and they turn violent and they won't listen to anything you have to say, and they've decided you've done a thing and there's no way you could have even have gotten to the place to have done the thing, uh then you severely need to get out quickly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, please
This is
continue as what you're saying.
another thing I'm struggling with. How much of yourself should you put into other people when once you realize they're not putting the same energy back into you? Like when, at what point in time do you say, "Okay, I'm out," and it be understandable or should be understandable that you're out?
It should be it should be very understandable. When you get to that point, you put as little as possible. You are cordial you try to be polite and cordial because you're a human being, and then you limit what you give. You can't give them everything they ask for. There's no
Right.
reason they should get all of you. You give them a tiny bit, and then you just try to get what needs to be done, and then you leave.
That's sensible. And my final current, well, other topics later. So, say you are constantly telling people, someone that you care about them, and you're watching them
Yes.
directly suffer, but you choose not to say hello or check on them or give them any kind of indication that you care that you're watching them suffer. Is that okay to do?
No, I've
Like, is
never
that
actually been able
a
to do that.
well, I mean, is it like okay? So someone tells me, well, because of their past trauma, that, for example, random example, if someone tells me that because of their past trauma that I had nothing to do with, it's okay for them not to care that I was miserable or hurting or needed help because someone else at some point in time did something to them, and that should be my fault.
Okay, if you have chosen to be in a relationship with somebody, if it gets to the point your trauma is stopping you from doing your side of the relationship, you need to find somewhere else to be. You need to find somebody to help you work through your trauma, and then you shouldn't be in a relationship with somebody until you can figure out what to do about that. Yes, I
And to
had
be
trauma
clear,
from a
I'm not,
previous
I'm not giving
relationship.
specific examples or names, or
Oh,
I'm just
I
we're
was going to
ballparking.
give an instance from my past
Okay, great.
because of there's a lot of it was very hard with my adopted mom, and she was sick. She had cancer to the point it was popping up on her arms. Her mental illness was so bad, if we didn't have her on the meds, she saw insects on herself, or she thought the guy who shot her was going to come through the door and finish the job. Okay. Sometimes she'd wake us up in the middle of the night and have us start cleaning and moving stuff out, dusting, whatever. If you had time to lean, you should have been cleaning. Even the homework was not important enough to do. So fast forward to getting with Josh. She needed a lot of care, a lot of help, and he asked, okay, if due to this job that I have, I can get hurt to the point of I can't walk, and you may have to go to the point of changing me, helping me bathe, and whatever. Is that going to stop you from being able to do this? And I'm like, sweetie, no, I have problems with this. I am working through the trauma of having to deal with all the scary things because it is not her fault that she was like that. There was a whole lot of stuff that happened.
Right.
But with you, the difference is he always respects me. He always, hey, I'm sick. I need you to at least help me get medicine so I can get up and get moving. Or he tells me straight out, you are too sick to even try to go to work, or vice versa, or whatever. We help each other out. We respect each other. We try to make sure that we're taken care of. In
Right.
this instance, if he's that was one of the first questions. Are you going to be able to do this with that? I chose to heal. I chose to move past. I chose to see that there was a life that I could live if I felt it and let it wash over me and let it go.
Right.
Because I could be better. Because I figured if I gave an example, it'd be easier for the situation.
Right. I feel like, I mean, these are good questions to ask for a show. I feel like there's probably a lot of people that, if not here now, later listen to this. And I realize that we've kind of gotten away a lot, like with our padded cells. We're going to be goofy as fuck later, I promise you guys that. But I feel like we haven't been taking a lot of time in the last ones we've done for a while to also talk about real shit as much as we should have been.
Oh yeah, and if I don't have an answer, I will get back with you guys at a later date. But this is something I've been studying, like the reproductive health. I've been trying to study the mental health and all that good junk. I don't want to not know,
Yeah.
And hi, Pyle. Hi, Mariah.
Hey guys.
Hey, I was trying not to. I know it came in at a serious point. And I was listening to all that. My 2 cents.
Okay.
It really sucks to be around people all the time that are supposed to have your back and know what's going on with you, but it's the person that you talk to once every 3 weeks that really sends you a message that says, "Hey, I'm just checking in." And they don't even live in the same state.
And that's my situation. Like, I put myself into everyone I care about here. I'm lucky if once a month one of them will ask me if I'm alright, even if I reach out. And that's been fucking with me. Like, I'm talking about living here in Dayton, in town, like within minutes from me, like local shit. Like, and it's.
Dude, I'm being dead honest. Like, okay, I am gonna name names. Like, the person that checks in on me the most is you.
Well, yeah, and I've been lax on that lately, and I apologize.
No, you're fine. But like, again, surrounded by people. Yet you and I have the most real conversations in 10-minute time spans every 3 weeks.
And we also have another language. Like, it would take people like 10 hours to have the conversation we can have in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. But again, that's my point. And we live how many states apart? Like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I just felt the need to interject there.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with that. Hey, Raz, are you able to receive packages? Because I was looking at the lady who entered. I was going to put you a signed book by her in the box. That is very fucking weird how I found it, but I figured you deserve it more than I do.
No, I never deserve anything more than you, Jenny. Fuck that. But yes, I sent you guys all my current
one side copy.
I sent you guys all my current permanent address, so I can send it again.
No, in theory I have it, but yeah, if not, I will re-ask. I just want to make sure it's okay to start sending.
Yes, and I should hopefully be able to next week to start sending out stuff again.
Okay, because there's a little girl who has read the book 4 times, has done a book report on it, got 106. Is like, he said I could have a copy.
Yes, I know. I feel so bad about that moving and just life, and something else I'll talk about in another segment here on the show in a few minutes is got me fucked up, man. But I actually bought them, and I actually have those books now, which I didn't even have them until.
Yay. Well, she's not mad, but she also wants to make sure you know that she's telling other kids about your books.
Yeah. Please tell her that I did buy them, and I actually have them in my possession now, finally.
I will let her know. And and I know I've already talked about this, but that cosplay Dante came up with? I don't have that mask. Will my Ninja Turtle one work? Yes. I am Lincoln. I'm like, I gotta send them this picture.
It was epic as fuck. I love it.
And you're always welcome here, all of you guys. I don't care what show I have on, gentlemen and ladies. You're welcome.
Mr. Piles are to be quiet. Why are you being quiet, Pile?
Because I was listening to everybody.
How dare you be a good listener?
I know, right? I in the last
What's
couple
wrong
of weeks
with you?
In the last couple of weeks, I've went through a roller coaster of so much, and I just need to keep on rocking and rolling as much as I can.
When you have some free time, I could use at least a mini Raspberry Pi adventure. Sounds like maybe you could too when you have some time.
Well, yeah, I still need to get the check for the car that got destroyed by the dump truck, and I can get a new vehicle. And once I get a new vehicle, then we can go on a few more Raz and Pile adventures. And because I'm hoping that I have this vehicle by the time that I need to do the cryptid trail.
Holy shit, have we all lost at life in the last month?
Dude, let me tell you, my Jeep is dying. The Jeep I just bought is dying a slow death. I'm separated now in my marriage, and yeah, my life is utter shit. Other than the writing and the haunting and you guys, and I'm just now to the point where I'm saying I'm fucking tired of not podcasting with you guys. And if people start wanting me to do other shit, I'm just gonna tell them to fuck off. Like, you know.
Sounds like a plan, because next Friday you are mine and Patty's.
Yep.
Period. And Kyle already knows he's mine and Patty's as well.
Yay!
It's nice to belong to someone that appreciates me. Even today.
I'm not gonna lie, it has been hell month. Fuck this month.
When he gets home, Stefan.
Yes, I'm driving again now, finally. By the way, I'm not looking at the video at all. The phone is downward, so if you're worried that I'm staring at the video at home, I assure you I am being safe-ish. He is, I promise. Yes. Broken Matt would not let me drive and stare at that, I promise you. We practice very safe driving. I'm teaching them how to drive, and we don't even allow ourselves to be on phones while we're driving, but we're making an exception.
Well, that is good. Do not be like the guy from Creature Cabin, where he's looking at his phone and driving and runs over a person, pushes them off the road, and continues going.
Well, I would at least stop. I'm sorry, that was wrong.
He did stop. he pushed him off the road and then drove off.
I think by stop rhyming, she would have just stopped on the body. Like she already hit it. She just stopped on the
Yeah,
ground.
he's right. I would. I would be like, this would be the point to stop. Um, sad. Sad that he knows that too. Anyway, yeah, this has been so bad, guys. Like, can't walk, working 13-hour days, people that make me repeat things over and over again, customers that have attacked me. I am so fucking done with all of it right now.
So let's see here. Last month went down to the river, gave people water, snacks, whatever they want, get back to the warehouse, and my car had been hit by a dump truck and then pushed into a telephone pole, then backed up, hit my car again, threw it on the sidewalk. And if that wasn't good enough, a couple of weeks ago, they tell us that they are going to downsize in our company, and 10 truck drivers had to figure out if they had jobs or not. There was 4 out of the 10 that got stay.
And that had
So how
to
did
be
your
one
interview
hell.
go the other day?
The interview went very wonderful up till one point. Asked a question, and after I figure out who got the job, I'm sending a message to him and asking, "What kind of answer did you want with that?"
Right. So you don't know the outcome yet?
No, it's not been announced. They were still doing some stuff, and we'll figure out. When we figure it out, it'll be good. Next, not this week, but the following week, I will be heading to one side of Ohio to go through locomotive training. That means that I will be able to drive one of the big trains that goes across railroad crossings.
That's epic, dude. I'm jealous. I want to be on a train.
So yeah, I mean, I keep on plugging away, and I know that we have a board meeting for OHA, and I missed the last one because I just had a mental breakdown. And when I had a mental breakdown, I just shut down and didn't talk to anybody for a couple of days.
Yeah, I know.
And sometimes you got to do that.
You do.
But
Yeah.
I know that I just can't stop doing what I do, and been working on stuff because I need to work on things.
Right. I mean, I think we all do. You know, we all need to never stop working on things. That's
And that's the hard part. Another thing I want to add, when I got with all the things that's happening, I've been super stressed, and it just Patty put out the pad challenge, and my brain's like, you know what? Everything feels like it's going down in flames. I still can't find a 3-bedroom anything at the moment because unfortunately, anything less is not going to work very well. Even law to go by law, we have to have that. So it's one of those everything sucks, and my brain just stored it out, and I started writing poetry. I cleared like 4 months of pad challenges so far, and this last 24-hour thing that Patty and I did together. And that's a whole lot of poetry to write down. So sometimes your brain just shorts out and you do end up doing something creative or just watching something or doing something entirely that you never expected to do because you were stressed. And speaking of creative, Kyle, did you like your new commercial?
Yes.
With Gears Memory Story, I have officially started trying to put up reels for the Onward Adventures books because everything, and I've just been bleh. And his is the official first reels commercial I've added because I've read it like 4 times. So, yes, everybody come out back here on the 23rd and join us for that because we all worked very hard.
Except for me.
And I'll tell you, I can't wait because I have a small little structure dealing with the not so rare Ohio coneflowers.
That
I'm a sucker too, Raz. It's fine.
I can't wait till we do the kids' book of that.
Because here in Ohio, they're not rare. You can find them anywhere.
Yep. Some in that yard over there.
Oh, dude. They So I-75 around my neck of the woods, there has been a wreck on Friday, and there was a wreck in the exact same spot today. And both was semis overturning.
Holy cow.
Somebody's messing with the timey-wimey lines.
There's some construction, and they decided that what they were going to do was they were going to pave the rumble strips. But if you go and you have your tire hit the pavement that got paved over the rumble strips, it'll grab you and it'll throw you to the right, which magically is exactly where these people are flipping. Something needs to be a little differently, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's messing with the timey-wimey lines.
Yes. Yes, they are. Yay! Raz has asked a bunch of mental health questions to get it out on the table. Did anybody else have one for us to talk about?
Not really.
Okay. Because I didn't expect to have all these questions asked to begin with. So, yeah, this has been interesting. I hope I don't sound insane. Okay.
No.
Are you this way, Tom Dog, or that way? Which way am I pointing at you?
You are pointing towards the wall. You
Okay.
were. So now
So
you're
I'm pointing at
me,
you now?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Poke, poke, poke.
Wait.
I didn't know you were a gambler.
Now you're pointing at me. Yeah, I got poked.
If you're poking somebody, does that mean you're playing poker?
Possibly. It just would help if the poker you're
or
using
Pokemon.
not. Yeah, I have a Digimon on the bed at the moment. But that's at the other house. I have Leprechaun Freddy Fazbear.
Aw.
I just as long as the poker's not red hot, anything's possible.
Yeah, Moto's still mad at me.
Who's mad at you?
My Channel X monkey.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, he when he was on my show the other night and it was like after Easter I did a Channel X top 5, and I actually I used Easter eggs as part of the top 5. So I shoved 5 Easter eggs up Mojo's ass.
Wow, that was uncomfortable for all of us.
Yeah. And so yeah, he's mad at me.
I don't think I blame him.
Yeah.
You know who else was mad at you? My
My
mom.
mom. I knew you were gonna do that.
So.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
that's totally never going to go away.
And Raz has some pretty cool lights.
Yeah, it's my porch lights, man. They come on between the hours of 7 p.m. and midnight.
Nice.
7 p.m. and midnight?
Yep, 7 p.m. to midnight. It's usually about when we're either hanging out up here or the back patio porch. Got my
Nice.
screen and the projector and everything going out there now. Tonight, but in general. My fire pit, all that stuff.
There you go.
So
I miss having a fire pit.
I did too for many years. I'm glad to have one again. I only had two fires in it so far, but I got tired.
I always like to put my feet inside the fire.
Yeah.
Like literally inside the fire.
So I have a really good story about a fire pit, if anybody wants to hear it.
Sure.
Okay. Hey. This is a this is a story from my father. So you got to understand that years and years ago there was a festival called the Canal Fest.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it was like any other town festival. They had alcohol. Well, my father, for this festival, he always liked to take us camping in this woods, not too far out of town. Just, you know. And when I say out of town, I mean a quarter of a mile. Oop, there you are. Anybody that knows me will know where Canal Fest is or where it was and everything. So, my father, the wonderful gentleman he was, only drank during these festivals. He got trashed. My mother's friend got trashed. They're all staying at the campsite. There's like 3-4 different tents. And after getting drunk at the festival, they decide that, you know, it's time to head back to the campsite. So they head back to the campsite. My mom's friend decided that she was going to walk on the edge. She lost her balance, almost fell into the actual canal that is probably about 2 feet, 3 feet deep, right?
Yep.
What happens then? Well, Dad grabs her real quick, throws her up the embankment. Dad goes down the embankment, and when all this goody stuff is happening, Dad falls in the water. Dad goes back to the campsite. Everybody else is like all nice and dry, so they go straight to bed. Dad decides that he's going to go, and he is going to not go to bed yet because he's going to sit by the fire. Well, when he sat by the fire, anybody knows what happens when you have something that's wet, and then the fire's around. You get steam, right?
Yeah.
Well, my darling father passed out in this chair, wakes up, and he used to be a firefighter. So one of the biggest things that runs through his mind is, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire, and he thought he was on fire. So he gets up, starts smacking himself around, runs around. This campsite is right beside a river. He goes running into the river, jumps in, realizing as soon as he's airborne that that's steam. So now he gets himself out, wakes everybody up in this thing, and looks at everybody and goes, I was drying out. I wanted to make sure that I was still wet, so I jumped back in the river. Moral of the story: if you're going to drink, make sure you have a designated person that can babysit you.
Understandable.
Oh, no, so yeah,
that is like.
no, I man, it was great. We got the story, and we all looked at each other the next day, and Dad goes, "Not one of my proudest moments." Well, had to do something fun.
This is why the buddy system is important.
If anybody really cares, here in the next couple of months, I've got to go for another type of training, not just choo-choo training. I've also got to go through incident command training. Now, if you guys have seen me, followed me, listened to me at all, you know that when stuff hits the fan, I go flying out the door. And
right.
This is one of the things that somebody said, "Hey, we want you to do this," and I said, "Okay." So, yeah, this is going to be a entire 3 days of me listening to this person and probably wanting to slam my head against a table.
Right.
But yeah,
Trying to find a good place to set this up at.
what's that?
Yeah, that.
There you go.
Are you still going on a trip next month?
Nope. I trip at some point, yeah, but it's not going to be in Florida, and I'm not going to go to the con that I was going to go to right before that because of the Jeep and a lot of severe depression and other things going on. So everything's kind of messed. I don't know what's happening yet.
Okay. Let me remind you that there is that option.
I know.
Because as soon as I get that vehicle, that option is fully on the table. I have the days off, and yeah, we going to have some fun one way or another.
I'll bring the shrooms. I'll be the only one eating.
Well, I mean, is
Rats.
Yeah.
Did you get an undercut?
It's the same haircut I've had since like 1987. So yes.
Okay, so what really makes this funny is I know
I just have it pulled up right now. My hair, yeah, I just have it pulled up.
Yeah, but you hadn't had one done in a while.
Oh yeah, I get it done every couple months, man.
Last time I saw you, you still hadn't had it done.
No, I had it. I had it done. I just didn't have my hair up. Because we trimmed like 2 inches off the bottom too. It's just not not doing great. But I always would forget to put it up, and now I'm remembering more because it's hot outside. I don't have AC in the house right now at the moment, so I'm remembering more now.
Well, no, what's really funny is like a week ago, I finally had it and I kind of lost my shit. So I actually finally got an undercut and cut off like 2 pounds of hair.
Dude, undercuts are the best, especially for this time of year.
Yeah, and I just found it funny that you popped up and you've got yours again, and I'm like, I just got
I'm blonde, but you can't tell because the purple light above me with light like Beetlejuice green like colored streaks that are mostly all washed out now.
Please tell me there's gonna be a Beetlejuice type picture soon.
Dude, listen, people are harassing me on my Facebook wall about it, but I retired him for health reasons, and those health reasons have not changed. And Fred started it. Fred was the one that started message Kara, who then started it, and then Scare Factor got involved with it, and now it's blown up. And everybody's expecting me to do it, but I still don't know that I'm going to.
No. I don't want you to do the character. I just want you to do the makeup and take a picture once. Because
if I'm going to get in the makeup, it's a lot of makeup. It's because I'm going to do the character. I'm not going to get up in that makeup and spend all that time just to do that.
No.
Yeah, because Brooke would have to do it.
But I still need you and the voice for Soapy and Dante.
I've only got better at the voice. The voice is that's easy to do.
Yeah, all I need is you and the voice for a book. Because all you gotta do is read said book.
Hey, Raz.
Yeah.
Would you like a pet?
Again, we're gonna do this again.
I mean,
is it 2.5 raccoons that I can shove my butt?
No.
Damn it! Then no.
I'm saying it's furry, and it's in a box right now.
But you still haven't told me what it is, though. That's the thing. This is the second time we had this conversation, and you're still not telling me what it is.
Well, that's fine. I mean, would you
Is
like
it alive? Is it alive?
No. Well, it hasn't been alive for a very long time.
Oh, then yes.
Okay. I will bring down my goatee to you.
Oh, what's your goatee? I'll put it in the freak show. I will legit put it in the specimen jar and put it in the freak show because I just got more cabinetry for them there.
Yeah, it's I shaved for this interview, and April took my little puff monster, and she put it in a little box, and it's in a little box.
That's fucking hilarious. You know, Grandpa got moved to the freak show.
I think I was the one that moved him.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah, because I told you we were gonna move him. You're like, I'll move him. Yeah. You're right. You were the one who moved him.
I gotta figure out because I have a silver urn that's coming.
Yeah.
And I gotta figure out which family member this one is.
And I still have the other urn we got for that one thing we were gonna do and haven't done yet. When you brought over the other day. Well, I say the other day, but it was like a month ago. Probably. I'm bad at time.
Refresh my memory on that.
The big wooden one, we were going to make it an urn that like traveled to different haunts and stuff.
Oh yeah, Ashley.
Yeah, that's it. Ashley, yes.
Ashley's ashes.
I did go to another haunt a couple weeks ago. We finally got to go see Malice Manor over in Indiana.
Yeah, I seen that.
It was a good time, man. They were great people over there. Their actors have a lot of fucking heart, and they had a great show, man. I was really pumped going through that.
I just need to get through this fertilizer season.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
hard.
I need to take the money, and I need to buy myself a reliable vehicle. And as soon as it's reliable,
and, head on down
to
Nevada
take some more money and put lights bars on it because I need flashies.
You need flashing lights. I just want a
Creeper
hand
Van's
job.
got flashies on them.
What am I smoking right now? Let's see. What is this called?
Everybody went quiet.
Oh, I've just been listening.
I am smoking a Socrates sour right now.
But yeah, Creeper Van's got 4 flashy lights on him.
That's fucking awesome.
What's that?
That's fucking awesome. I love the Creeper Van.
Yeah, Creeper Van.
Seeing Raz smoke made me want to smoke.
I remember a time when you're like, you shouldn't smoke, man.
Yeah. Well, I grew up.
But you kept telling me that I needed to grow up and stop. So how does that work?
Yeah, well, getting old sucks.
It does, and I was old before my time. Therefore, it was acceptable.
That's fair.
I'm going to be 47 this summer.
Yeah. I literally just turned 43.
My
44.
body turned into 106 18 years ago. Does that count?
Yes, it counts.
That's the exact grade my kid got on your book.
I am.
I know that.
I'm 39, and
no, you're not. That's a lie. You're 3.
Yeah, that's true. I am fucking 3.
I made you 3 again. I have the power. Oh, speaking of, Lucky said hi back.
Sorry.
Mariah.
Oh, yes, I like Lucky.
There was a time when that was not true.
That is very fucking true. And he knows it. And
He does.
That's fine. That's fine.
He knows and understands why.
Yes, he does. Like, and it got better. Like, unlike anybody else, it did get better. I was like, okay.
Did you guys hear an epic burp in the background over here a second ago?
No, I didn't hear a burp.
Oh yeah, B-Rad's over here burping like a fucking storm, man. Fucking Brooke. Oh my god. I don't think I told you guys this story. So when she graduated, when she went to law, a couple things happened. One, we got her way too fucking ripped before, and when the professional photographer took her picture, she looks high as shit, and her diploma is upside down. And then her bio father is there, who has not been around for like what at that point, like 8 years, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that, and it still continues to not be around at all. She looks at me and goes, "Man, I really have to shit," and his eyebrows like jumped off his head. He's like, "You don't talk like that." I'm like, "No, dude, she has to shit. It's cool." And he just like glares at me and then at her, and he walked off like a couple minutes after that.
That's funny.
He's nice but super uptight.
He's
Somebody
proper.
needs to remove the stick from his ass.
Yeah, but for no reason.
He's proper for no reason.
Yeah, I think it was more to put on a show to pretend that he actually gave a shit that he had a daughter, and daughter shouldn't talk that way. He tends to do shit like that weirdly when he's around.
Oh man, meeting a female like me would just make him die.
Oh, dude, he grabbed Michelle's hand and kissed it in front of me the first time I ever met him. And Michelle like kind of freaked out because that's her ex. So like she didn't like it, but he like made a big play about it and shit. And he looked at me like I was supposed to care. I just stood there like, dude, you're a moron. No, but we get along okay though. He actually sent me a picture of a really badass shield. He does LARPing, like D&D LARPing. Well, not that him and I talk like, but unless it's really about Brooke. Like once, it was out of nowhere. It was literally out of the new. He's never sent me pictures of anything before. He's never messaged me unless it's about Brooke, and that's rare. And it was just a picture of a shield, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a cool shield, buddy." And I didn't hear back. Someone's back there. Don't worry
That's
about
okay.
Dust now.
That's okay. Dude, I've been like waiting for you to be back, because we need to have a discussion.
I almost wasn't. And that's the scary part.
I understand that.
Here's what most people don't know, and I've been talking about it a lot lately because I feel like that's going to help me not repeat it. Y'all know when I disappeared to Florida, obviously. I just got up, no warning, and just fucking drove out of town.
Yes.
Yeah, that's because, let's see. At the end of the hunt season, I almost killed a customer. I got very violent and got in their face because they weren't really a customer. They were just there to try to attack a young girl that worked with us. And that made me violent and angry. And then there was a drug drop at our parking lot after hours one night, and I happened to be out there, and it fucking made me psycho, and I wrecked the Jeep into a pole. Luckily, it was only the door that got crushed, so we replaced the door the next day. And then 2 days after that, I walked onto the highway and almost stepped in front of a truck on purpose. That's really what's been going on. It's that. Then of course we moved, so things should be going a lot better. In a lot of ways, they are. A lot of things are going like a lot better. But I'm still having my my truck days. That's what I'm calling right now. Where I'm just like, man, I was 1 foot away. Not to be glib about it, but like I'm dwelling on it a lot, and that's been fucking me up.
I get
I
that.
can understand that.
But I'm going to say this, and you'll understand the why. So, like, been having the dreams where it's not real life, but it's like a certain Alexander talking to X person.
Yeah.
It's been real freaking weird. And like when this happens, I get kind of manic because then it's there. And we have to have a discussion because you can help me untie the knots.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, bruh,
Yes, we're in.
I'm so glad you're here because I'm going.
Jason's sitting over here next to me too. He says hi.
Hey, Jay.
He moved with us to the house
Hey,
Nice.
beautiful.
in the haunt. Well, the haunt in the house. Yeah.
Tell Jay I approve
Hear
of
you.
the Jedi mindfuck.
Everybody on the porch can hear you.
Cool. I approve of the Jedi mindfuck strain. If you can get a hold of it.
Oh, we've had like a million times, man. That's the Jedi Mindfuck trend. Brought home a couple times.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it real well right now.
No, I'm a pro herbal road tripper at this point in time, dude. I'm not. I'm going at least once a month down to Michigan right now, sometimes twice.
Raz, what are you doing this Saturday?
You what?
Murder and Mayhem.
According to Jason, murder and mayhem, but I just think he's shouting random words. I don't know. I want to say nothing, but I really do not know for sure. I know I have plans Friday now, right, Jenny? It's this Friday.
Yeah, you have plans this Friday. You and Kyle have plans this Friday.
Yeah. No, I think I'm free on Saturday. Honestly, I don't have any plans at the moment for Saturday because it's not till the Saturday after that I'm teaching a class at the haunt. So I think pretty sure that one's a go. Yeah, I can't think of anything. No, not here can think of anything I'm supposed to be doing.
You want to go to Cleveland?
Oh, I had to drive her to work. Can you drive her to work if I gotta go? Yeah. Where in Cleveland we going?
We're going to go to Cleveland Flea Market.
It sounds good. I love flea markets.
This is the Cleveland Flea Market.
What does that mean?
The
flea market in Cleveland.
For Haunters.
Cleveland. It's what?
It's Cleveland Haunters Club Flea Market.
Oh, I definitely want to fucking go to that. Yes, please.
I've got to be up there, and when I go up there, we might have to work on this week if that. Yeah, because I've got to be up there bright and early.
Yeah, dude, I can just not sleep. I wake up stupid early too. Like I naturally now wake up anywhere between 6 and 8 a.m. every day.
Well, I've got to be. I think loading in is at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Oh yeah. I can literally get up whenever though, man. Like I slept a total of 4.5 hours, I think, all weekend, and I'm still wide awake right now.
Okay.
So I mean, that's not gonna bother me at all, man. It won't be a problem. Especially, I mean, with all my meds situated finally, unlike they were before. You know, like for all the stuff I'm dealing with, it makes things a lot easier for me. And my cane and shit. I'll have to bring my cane, but.
So yeah, I mean, I've got set up. Okay, but if you want to go, you are more than welcome.
I tasted
I
one.
just got to get some stuff figured out.
Yes, it was already those bitches.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
But they did.
No, I mean, I'm down anytime, man.
Like the puppy ones. How's that?
I'm going to jump off here, guys, because I've got to get in bed and I've got to go and get ready for fertilizer to continue because it's not raining tomorrow.
Hey, Pyle.
Yay.
Pyle, why don't you jump out of my dreams and into my car, buddy?
I can.
It's a good song. Leave me alone.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, that makes me want to do NASCAR.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's one
Take and bake
for NASCAR. So, all right.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Love you.
Oh, have a good night, pal.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Did you guys freeze?
No, I'm still here. I just
Okay,
have...
I'm just really high. Okay, I'm good.
Nope. See?
No,
I can move.
I really feel like we need
Not frozen. Just keep forgetting I mute myself.
I mean, can I finish it first?
Of course. Yeah. I'm going to send him for the scotch in a minute.
You want me to just pour 2 glasses and bring them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take some of my cow.
Oh, wait, we don't have light.
It's still better. No fridge.
I know, but on the rocks, it gives it that crisp taste to it.
Yeah, but not with that. Not with what I got.
I know. I'm just saying that's why you put it on the rocks to get that crisp taste.
We're debating Scotch on or off the rocks, but it has to be off the rocks because we currently have no rocks.
That sucks.
Ooh, that sounded like drugs. I'm talking about ice. I'm sorry. If you're not a Scotch drinker, to be clear, we're talking about ice, not actual rocks
Frozen
or drugs.
Ice. Yeah.
It's frozen ice. Because I'm allergic to water, so I have to have frozen ice.
Yeah. Well, it takes them. Yeah.
I tormented a waitress with that at a diner we used to go out to the club every night for like 2 years. Until one day I just couldn't keep it up anymore. I just couldn't stop, and I died. And I explained to her that her leaving the water and the fridge, a pitcher specifically for me, so it was cold. So because I was allergic to ice, was absolutely a normal thing for her to do for 2 years. And no one ever said a word to her. And I had to put her out of her misery a little bit on that. And she was the nicest lady. She made the best meatloaf I've still ever had to this day. Aside from Fred's meatloaf, which by the way got me really fucking high. He started cooking a lot with weed, and he gives me this, a chunk of fucking meatloaf. It's huge, dude. And I just had like maybe a third of it. And I was high for like at least 8 or 9 hours. At one point in time, I took a nap and I woke up and I was still high. And I called Fred. I was like, dude, how much did you put in this? He's like, I don't know.
Let me tell you, Bobby did that to me. You want to know what he did it with?
What?
Rice baked potatoes.
Potatoes are the best with weed, dude.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he gave me mashed potatoes with it too. Which were also
Nice.
I shall be right back, gentlemen and ladies.
Nah, dude. Bobby has started experimenting with the cooking, and it's very tasty.
Oh yeah.
And it has a definite impact. Like,
Oh, yeah.
if we're doing this, I ain't going anywhere for at least 18 hours.
You can get already infused powdered onion dip, like or onion seasoning shit for onion dip.
No.
Yeah, some places have that. They have hot chocolate too. That's a big thing. I have some of the hot chocolate. That was already pre-made though, but like we make mad shit over here, dude. Like
I need to get the hot chocolate because I'm going to tell you,
dude, it's good.
so Mom has started having to use some of my stuff.
Oh,
Because
Mom.
yeah, but you know how she is. She can't do the smoke and all that.
Yeah, of course.
And it's been hard finding anything. But I'm gonna tell you, even now, worst day she's having, she can't walk, she can't move, arm locked up, whatever. That woman will make a cup of hot chocolate and just sit there with it.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
start making drives down to see all you guys. Yes, even you, Tom. But then now that the Jeep is deciding it's dying, I'm gonna have to wait till I get a car. Because when I get the car accident settlement, because her and I each get our own, we're each just gonna get a car. Hopefully, that's the plan.
Yeah. Well, hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be able to start writing again so I can send you stuff and say, fix it.
I'm writing a lot right now, like a lot of shit. I just haven't been showing it to anyone because I've been so fucking, between the haunt stuff and depression. But we're doing a lot more outside events. We did the industry's first ever 420 haunt in April.
I saw that.
We're jumping on the halfway to Halloween show that a lot of people tend to do, but ours is dedicated to my event that I brought to the haunt, which was Movie Mayhem Night, except for it's Movie Mayhem Weekend. And we are stepping up like your favorite movie characters more than we ever have before, which is a much larger cast, way nicer looking stuff. We got a mechanical shark now. I mean, we're doing crazy shit now, and we've decided that all these extra events are going to be permanent from now on as long as we're open, and it keeps us all together and all with something more to do. Which, for the first year, being able to come back and haunt this much is probably what saved my life, man. Like just knowing that I got this giant family there that's relying on me to show up and do the things that I got to do every day for them to love what they do. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like some people would feel stressed out by that, but it makes me feel like needed or wanted.
Yeah.
And that's really good for depression.
It's your place.
Yeah.
That's your place, bro.
It is. But I've been missing my other place here with you guys because this is also equally my place. I've just not been balancing well because of all the bullshit in my brain And that's why I needed a random pop-up added salt tonight so I can finally get the rest of it out of my brain.
That's good. Yeah,
Without splattering my brains. There's a lot of brains here.
yeah, a lot of brains.
It's actually a 15-year age scotch. It was actually the final curing process happened in the Caribbean, in a rum cask in the Caribbean. It's got some sweeter notes.
Got a kick to her.
Oh yeah, I'm not big into peat as a flavor or smell in scotch. I'm not a peaty kind of person. I tend to go with your fruits and some floral, citrus. That's a really good scotch too. It was not a cheap scotch. It wasn't an uber I'm rich scotch though either, because fuck that. We need to do a scotch and weed tour, like a bus tour, all of us.
Yes.
Scotch all day and smoke weed.
Yes.
Because we don't know how you're supposed to. You're supposed to sniff your skin. You're supposed to enjoy the aromas and the hints of things. It's wonderful, and you don't drink scotch. You sip scotch. You enjoy scotch. Usually with cigar, which is in the house.
See, that's going to be where I mess up because you know me, I shoot liquor.
No, I will teach you the ways of scotch. I don't drink scotch often. Honestly. You know what I mean? I'm not really a drinker anymore, but I've had this bottle for a bit, and I kept thinking I was going to pull out at this point to celebrate. I was going to pull out here to celebrate, and today just felt like also a good day to celebrate.
Yes.
I like it.
Red Jason out here drinking scotch with me.
Dude, I escaped from Sunday night inventory to be here.
Yay!
I appreciate you.
I don't think we've drank it.
No, that's better.
I am so happy you're all here. This is a great way
I
to
like
spend
turtles.
your Sunday.
I love lamb.
Yep, making forever
I
your pet.
love lamp.
Remember when we had the cult and League of Legends doing that shit?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Hey, Mariah, you never guess what game I started playing again.
What game did you start playing?
Old Republic.
Yes!
I just finished an Inquisitor run, and now I'm doing Night Run.
If you stood up or a little bit this way, they can see you. Unless you don't want them to see you, then that's fine.
Fuck, man, I'm ugly. Okay. I don't want to scare them.
I want to burn my camera. Sorry, guys.
You are not ugly.
Jay,
I love your brain.
Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. We made marijuana like style shirts for our 420 event that spells out Hell's Dungeon and pot leaves. It's wild.
Nice.
I just don't have the fucking palate.
And Jay, I miss your face as much as I miss Raz's face, which is actually quite a bit. Because you guys are the only people that are ever on my side.
Good side to be on. Trust me, I know what the bad side feels like too.
Yes, but even when you guys are on my bad side, you're not like on my hate side.
That's true. That's true. You are
both
strong on the dark side of the force.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I'm the fucking Twilight motherfucker over here.
Yeah, no, I'm Chewy.
No.
I don't give a full loop this fuck.
I'm the great Jedi.
I just growl at things and shoot them once in a while, and I'm better at flying the Millennium Falcon than everyone else.
I don't care enough to go one way or another because it requires too much effort. So I'm great Jedi.
That's fair.
And I'll just sit here and go plaid.
Both work in the morally gray plaid world of the romance book world. So yeah, that should be fun.
Well, I'm writing a vampire book, so I'm in the very not morally gray world right now.
Like, to be fair, if anybody here were to compare the relationship between me, Raz, and Jason, Raz and Jay, or Jay and Silent Bob.
Silent Bob, and you're the
and I'm Rosario Dawson.
No, I was gonna say
the Clerks too. She is though.
Oh, the Clerks too. I was gonna say the chick from Dogma. Jesus is.
Yeah. Apparently she was really difficult to work with and hated the fucking movie and was like standoffish the whole time she made it. We got the sequels coming out next year.
I'm looking forward to the sequel.
Alanis Morissette's back as God.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And to think, my actual ex-wife picketed that movie with her church. Well, like years before her and I met. I feel like that should have probably told me everything I needed to know beforehand, and wow, there were some signs there, buddy.
There were. Like, okay, even my mom watched Dogma. Like, my mom is probably like, these guys can tell you, especially when we all first met. My mom was very much Bible thumping, holy roller, you're gonna go to hell if you laugh wrong type person. So if she can sit down and watch that movie, grow the fuck up.
I feel like I was a big part of wearing her down, though. So I would not stop talking to her. I would just not leave her alone.
That is fair.
Before you say one more thing, Tom Dog, did you accept the thingy? Speaking of Bible thumper, holy roly, Raz.
The thingy?
Yeah, the email from Amazon.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't figure out if I was getting fucked by a priest or a Boy Scout leader for a second. I didn't know what was.
You're gonna find some wonderful demon
play.
Well, there you go.
But that's later. Anyway.
I did get the email. I need to accept it. I just when I was at the con, like on the way down there, I was like we were stopped and I was driving when I messaged you.
Okay.
Or when I was answering your messages. But yeah, I'm going to accept it today.
Please. Okay. Hi, monkey buddy.
Hello.
Yay!
I'm still mad at Tom Dog.
Oh, why now?
He shoved eggs up my ass.
Oh, I did hear you were quite festive, my friend.
He did it against my will.
So were they plastic Easter eggs or like real actual painted Easter eggs?
They were the plastic ones, and he put like little notes inside there.
Oh fuck! What did the notes say?
It was part of a Channel X top 5.
That's fucked up. That's actually I'd be upset too. I get you, bro. I get you.
He's an asshole. Dude, I said I was sorry. Fuck you and your sorries.
You know, you might be an asshole, but at least you used your whole ass.
Yeah.
Crickets. These are the jokes, people.
No.
I still love you.
Why we don't let you drink?
Yeah.
You get less and less money.
Yeah, that's true.
I was just saying he used
an
Easter bunny to make him a pooping fortune cookie.
I forgive you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Must say it was an excellent idea.
It was excellent, yeah.
Oh,
I forgave Tom Dog. He got me my liquor, so I'm good.
Good. Cheers, buddy.
So are you going to drink Ratatosker?
I'm sorry?
Is he going to go have a drink with Ratatosker?
Hopefully, if we could go to Terrificon, then yes, I will have that drink with Ratatosker.
I, for some reason, thought Terrificon already happened. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah. Well, I was supposed to go to Terrificon last year, and something came up and I couldn't go. So
yeah, I was trying to get there last year because the year before was when I took Belle down there, and I didn't stay like I couldn't. But I keep wanting to go just to see everybody, man.
Yeah. You gotta go now, buddy. Yeah.
What is it anyway?
It is. I actually have the card, if I can reach it. Oh, wrong card. Ah, there we go. It is on from August 8th to August 10th.
Oh, it's not till August. I've been thinking it was like coming up like in the next couple of weeks.
That's already at the Mohegan Sun Expo Center.
Yeah, if I get that check from the accident, I might just get a car and drive up there.
There you go.
I just got cleared to accept offers Friday, so hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later.
I hope so.
Be nice. Oh, I also found out the appeal for that people were making against the Boy Scout settlement. The appeal failed, and the only other option they have to appeal is the Supreme Court, who already said they don't want to hear it. So things might move faster with that too. I hope.
I hope so. Because holy cow.
It would be nice.
Anyways,
I'd have more scotch.
let's talk about something happy like leprosy. Have you had anything fall off lately?
Larry the Leper coming soon, but sold separately.
Yes, I love that show.
My pride and sanity, I would say, if I had to pick something that fell off at some point.
Yeah. I don't at this point. I'm going through all these videos online and I'm starting to realize exactly how neurodivergent I am.
Yeah.
And then we have the whole talk about my neurodivergence and your neurodivergence, and this is where they differ, and this is why we clash. It's like,
yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. Dude, hi.
It's nice. It's a nice chill buzz. Good scotch.
I might give you the rest of mine.
Oh, I'm not going to drink all mine, probably. We did a lot on that. The 3 fingers was probably 2 fingers too many.
Yeah.
I don't want to get myself to old levels.
Yeah, it's stronger than I expected. But in a great way.
Tried scotch.
That's pretty good. Oh, Michelle's coming out. She broke her foot a couple weeks ago. Ankle, sorry.
Ow.
Do the same for me, please. Yeah. Yeah, it was the kind of break that was like
it didn't hold part of the bone off.
Yeah. But it wasn't, it heals better and quicker than a break. In theory, but you also have to 6 to 8 weeks after you do it, go back when the swelling's down to get an MRI to see if actually it was a real break and not just what they thought it was. So that we're just supposed to treat it like it's like a full-on break, which makes complete sense to me.
But they didn't cast it.
But they didn't cast it, which they did give her a boot though, like the best boot I've ever seen, like the best fucking medical boot I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, in theory that helps.
And it's my driving foot.
Yeah, so that's I'm back to full-time driving in case people didn't know. The thing I've been terrified to do, and it's very hard for me to do with my health, but I've been driving for a little over a month, long road trips even. Well, I say long road trips, something like 2.5 hour road trips, 3 hour road trips. But to me right now, that's a really long road trip.
Was I loud coming out?
No, we're doing a pet, so you're fine.
I'm just putting it for a minute. Oh.
So is anybody working on anything they want to talk about?
Did you have anything?
So I'm trying to write as a killer.
Ooh, I like it. Is it for the anthology?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Again, there's only one person I would send that stuff to, and you're back now, so.
Yay! I'm really excited that you're going more that route sometimes. You know what I mean? It's because I feel like I'm like almost meeting in that direction, like starting to do more urban fantasy and like romance stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Lately, I just haven't been ready. Like, it's like, you know how I am. Like, when we're shooting stuff off of each other, I kind of stay busy.
Yeah.
Because my brain's leveled out. But lately, yeah, I'm in squirrel mode. It's not good. It's not good.
I was in the process of writing 3 brand new ones. I officially sold my entire back catalog now to Creepypasta and the Chilling Tales podcast network. So like, I'm actually getting paid now to officially, but now that I'm in my back catalog, I get paid more for original stuff. So I finally wrote the one I always tell everybody, like, I used to only reserve it for in-person storytelling or like virtual storytelling, but it was the one about the off-brand Teddy Ruxpin I had as a kid.
Yeah.
The best one. Yep. Wrote that one and just sold that a couple days ago. So I'm finally back to having to actually sit down and write a lot more. Between that and finishing Sounds of Crimson finally.
I'm still wrestling with the I don't feel like I should be. Oh, I'm failing at this because it's not here.
But I just felt at a con if it makes you feel better.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I expected that of you, especially with what you write, but
no, I failed at
like
it. I completely failed at it, man.
Last
year, this con, I sold almost $500, which was more than I spent on travel, food, anything, and I profited. This year, they turned it into a 2-day con, so I actually had to stay the night there. And we went on a day early because load-in was more complicated, and I made $260, which didn't even cover places to stay, let alone the other shit.
But you've still made more than me, ever.
I lost money though. So I'm getting in negatives with cons a lot. I was in negatives with the last con too, which is I was already thinking about stepping away from cons. I need more material, man. I know I'm selling like 2 novels, a story collection, and 2 kids' books, but like I'm seeing other tables. And these people have like 10, 11, 12, 13 books. And of course, when you've written that many books, you're a lot more attractive to readers that want to take a chance at the convention versus having a few.
You also didn't get your book box ready.
Yeah.
In time.
Yeah. So it's.
Thing.
Well, I haven't talked about that yet.
Oh.
I'm not talking about that yet.
Why aren't you taking any of the other anthologies?
Do what?
Why aren't you taking any of the other anthologies?
What other anthologies?
The ones that you're at?
Yeah, other anthologies. Down here in Texas, they bring all the anthologies that they're in, including the ones that they've written.
And that's actually a good idea. I don't know why I've not thought of that. Yeah. Well, also, every anthology I've been in, a lot of them was already recollected in this book. And I think that's why I was doing it.
Well, also, a lot of book places are at these cons.
Yeah, publishers actually come to these cons with and bring multiple authors, too. Like, that's something that I definitely want to, look into with Patty when things start going better, for all of us. Like, because I think that would be really cool to do. I know my friend Rika, who I just introduced to Patty, who works with me at the Haunt, is already talking about, when he gets some of his books done, like sharing a table with me to make expenses cheaper, which I thought was really cool to have fantasy, because he does fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just, me, like, I don't handle when I think I'm doing something and I'm failing.
I know. Trust me, I am fucking all kinds of fucked up right now.
That's how he is right now, Mariah.
Oh, it's bad. I'm drinking scotch, if that tells you anything.
He messaged me today and said he wasn't doing any more cons and he was going to be canceling the ones he was already scheduled for this year. And I told him that's not going to happen because we've already spent money.
We only spent $50 on one con. I didn't pay for the second con yet. So, like, and now the Jeep going down, I don't think I can do it anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, and that was the cool one. That was in the middle of the woods in the historic village that I wanted to go to the most. It's just, man, con depression is real.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And there's usually a lot of authors in this one. There was only 3 authors in this whole event, which was surprising. There was like 8 or 9 last year.
Well, I mean, like nobody's even reached out. Yeah, but people have asked you to go to stuff. Like I'm still spinning.
Well, I didn't get asked to go to the one I just went to. I met the owner because Lucky is is a really good friend of his and does all his printing, and they gave me a free table last year and this year.
Like
I'm just in that one, and I like the place where it's at in Galapagos, Ohio. It's a cool place, man. It's really chill. We had a cabin up there, which was nice.
Did you guys go see Mothman?
No, we didn't have time. It was also kind of a disastrous trip in some ways as well, and that didn't help the con depression any. Because I'm never like, hey, I'm going to go home and drink scotch today.
Yeah, I should have gone. I would have kept people on schedule more. That is my con. That is my con ability.
Yeah, well, really, I didn't really have much help. That was kind of bad. But things happen, and here we are. What's tough is I also live in a household where no one reads what I write, so that's tough.
Oh, dude, nobody here can tell you. Nobody in this state can tell you what's in anything that I've written.
Oh, the only reason Michelle can is because I've actually read her some of the stories. That's it. And same with the kids. I've read them a couple stories, and beyond that, nothing.
Like,
But at least some of my haunt kids are buying my stuff and actually legitimately reading it and talking to me about it. Oh my god, I influenced the lives of 5 like pre-12-year-old readers to the point where they asked for pictures with me and were so shocked that I took free pictures with them because 2 of them knew me as It Sees You. I'm under 12, guys. Knew me as It Sees You through creepypasta because they're an obsession with that and no sleep at some point. And the other one looked at me and heard my name. He looked at me. He's like, Mr. Jones, and I about lost my shit. A kid that flipped me the fuck out. And last year there was that girl who wanted to support me because she loved reading, but she didn't have anything, and I didn't have any extra books I could give her. But she like threw $1 on my table and ran away, and I made her sign it later. She showed up with her dad, and I got to give her a big old hug and give her a copy of Riverside Chronicles and signed it for her because she had to have something signed by me since I had something signed by her. And I've heard them all free tickets so they can never get down here for the haunt. So I'm connected with her dad now, so that was really special. I got a picture I'll post online of that.
Riker fan.
Didn't come. Yeah, I was excited because the fan was going to come down, Audrina, and she had some stuff coming up in her life and wasn't able to make it. And I'm like, dude, I also told her, I was like, if you're ever in Dayton, just come down. Fuck it. But I gave all those kids, I gave my email information to their parents, and I told them to message me so we could get them books to, keep them interested in reading. So that was cool to see. It was more kids than anything else, which actually, in some ways, like on a personal level, that was the best thing that could have happened to me, I think.
Yes. That is beautiful.
It was really cool, man. Oh, and I had a good vendor friend who was next to me. I met for the first time last time. This time she was there getting a couple rows over, and she kept giving me gifts. So I kept going and buying stuff at her booth. Then she would buy stuff from my booth, and we went back and forth like that all day. Or I was outside hanging out with her husband. They were really cool people. I'll show you guys my stuff later that I got from other vendors. I got this cool bobblehead, like this little biodome type jar, and it's like horror art. Like she doesn't do a lot of horror, but she saw me and like she was younger. I'm gonna guess in her late teens as a vendor for the first time, and her mom and grandma were with her and stuff. So that was really cool.
That rocks.
I will don't trip on that step again. I'm just fucking with you. That's how she hurt her foot. She tripped on that. Well, it's a lack of a step.
It's Fred's fault.
Yeah, Fred did it. It's Fred's fault. He's fixing it this week. It's weird because he's my haunt boss, but an owner, but he's also my handyman at the house.
He was supposed to put a step in,
Yeah,
and
because it's his friend that's renting the place to us.
and he told Fred, since you got us involved in this, you get to do the handyman shit.
That is awesome.
Tom Dog, have you ever stuck your dick in a toaster? I asked because I have.
What happened?
What happened when I stuck my dick in a toaster?
I had my my headset down.
Oh, I said, have you ever stuck your dick in a toaster? And I'm asking because I have.
No.
It is an electrifying experience. 10 out of 10.
Quite warm one.
Recommend.
I just want to start
I would
singing the Christmas song.
That's not how I want to cook a wiener, so you know.
There was gonna be a roasted wiener comment somewhere.
I mean, it only works for me if it's got the double bagel insert, so
It's fucked up, bro. Funny, but fucked up.
So yeah, I was checking my where I am at my my short story.
Oh yeah.
So I just pretty much gave a bio of the characters.
Nice.
And so I do have the name of the story.
Ooh.
It's going to be called the Masked Assassin. And it's about.
I have named mine, so I get it.
It's going to be about a legendary wrestler who was framed for a murder that he did not commit.
So I called mine Killer Instinct.
Oh, there you go.
Great game reference too.
Right?
And it just came to the Nintendo Online, N64, NES on Nintendo Switch Online. The gold for the N64.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome.
That's okay. I have all the versions anyways because I have Rare Replay on the Xbox, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, man.
That is so cool.
I've been playing Doom Dark Ages.
Yeah, that's what you were saying earlier. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that game is so friggin' awesome.
I've heard good things about
and
it.
I love Doom. I love
So
Doom.
I've fallen into the pit, the abyss, from which there's no return. I've started playing Call of Duty.
I'm so terrible at that, man. The only shooter I can play and get halfway decent at anymore is fucking Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not good. Okay, I want to be very clear. I'm still not good at first person shooters. I suck at it. I'm into it because my kids are playing. And my kids are like, gotta play with us. So here I sit now with Call of Duty on a PC. Yeah. Not fun.
I'm not really playing anything right now. I got the new Civ game and haven't even gotten to really play it much. I got Frostpunk 2 and haven't even gotten to play it much, really at all. By the time I feel like playing a game, like I'm laying down and I'm already already exhausted from the day, and I'll just end up playing Slay the Spire for like an hour and pass it.
Yeah. Although I am dabbling in Dead by Daylight again, mostly because I think I want to get the Five Nights at Freddy's expansion because Matthew Lillard's doing it.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
So
that's going to be real awesome.
I have
never played. I never played awesome. Dead by Daylight, but I might play it just for that expansion.
I'll tell you, it was great until Friday the 13th came out, and then it was better. So I just never went back to Dead by Daylight after I stopped playing Friday the
13th. I used to be good. Used to be.
I was never good. I'd play playing it.
Then I got a job. I didn't play as much, and I dabble my toe in it every once in a while. It's just like, oh, maybe it was. Oh no, not.
Nice.
And Matthew Lillard is going to be reprising his role.
Yep.
Yes.
From the movie, and he provided dialogue for the expansion.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, and that's not the only thing he provided dialogue for. So yeah, I'm all in.
The new movie.
So apparently, and I don't know how true it is, but I really think it's true. He is also recording sound for Ghostface that they're gonna release with the expansion.
Yep, yes, that is a true thing. It's part of the push they're doing because he's also back in the new Scream movies. So they're doing like this big push.
Yeah, so it's not supposed to be official, but public test realm is a thing. Yep. So yeah, they're actually if it works out the way that it should, when Ghostface starts to approach a survivor, it's gonna say like it's gonna be the catch line about pick up the phone, Sydney, or whatever. Whatever it was. Yeah, it's supposed to be like epic, and it scares the fuck out of you.
Hell yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah, and that's gonna be one of them too. So, Matthew Lillard, I'm already all in.
Oh yeah,
Mr.
SLP Puck himself.
Yeah. The only thing that would make this better, and I'm not trying to be funny about it, but is if they also had him doing lines for the next expansion for this year, and it Halloween, it's 13 ghosts. I would be
Please, I would actually play that game again if they did 13 Ghosts.
like, I would be so totally in.
It seems like the TV show is close to having a buyer.
Yes, I know. I'm waiting with bated breath.
Mm-hmm. With
However,
they're talking origin stories to the ghosts too, potentially.
however, did have you heard about what my new happy is?
What?
So apparently August of this year they are releasing Now You See Me 3.
Oh, I know about that. I'm so fucking pumped for that. I love those movies, dude. But I thought you were going to talk about, unfortunately, the more important movie released in August, which is the Toxic Avenger remake.
I don't know how I feel about that yet.
Dude, Elijah Wood, Peter Dinklage. What more do you need to think about? And Toxic Avenger.
Okay, but they're not writing the script.
Well, yeah, but Lloyd was consulted.
Okay.
It's not like they left him out of the process, and he apparently likes it a lot. And the people that have seen it that actually know Toxie actually enjoyed it as like a refresh.
Like,
apparently it's just as gory and fucked up, and that's why they didn't release it initially, because they actually could not get a good distribution deal. So that movie's been out for 2 years, sitting there.
Well, look, I will give anything a shot. And I will sit down and I will watch it with you, but I'm gonna be disappointed, and I will say something if it's not as expected.
Yeah, I have a lot of hopes riding on that. I need it. I need it to be good for my life right now.
Because, like, we've had this discussion. There are very few things that I will stop and say, hey, I'm going to watch this with you. But I've done it. And I will do it for this.
Like Zombieverse?
Yes. What was the other one? I know we did Killer Clowns.
Yeah, we did Killer Clowns. We did Locusts. We did Triffids. We did The Night of the Frogs. We did oh my god, Zombies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I made you guys watch Winter Beast. That's what it was. The one that went with claymation sometimes. That's the one you guys stopped watching movies with me. I thought Chopping Wall was going to be the movie that did it, but it was Winter Beast. But I made them all watch Winter Beast too. So
okay, to be fair, I just haven't done it since then because we really haven't had a conversation where it's like, hey, we're going to do this.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean,
we should have an outline movie night soon.
Yes. So, yeah, you can't hold that against me not watching a movie with you since then.
That's true. That's true.
I have not gotten because you know me, claymation's not going to scare me away most of the time.
No,
but I will tell you.
The movie, do you not remember the guy that dressed like a tree in the background and went woo because they didn't have the budget for the tree?
Yeah.
That turned into cardboard instead because they couldn't even afford the claymation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember.
Oh, I made you watch Monstered also.
Yeah, that one's low. That one wasn't as bad.
That one was fun.
It was.
We had the creators of that on God, we had them on a tomb. Well, we did a tomb of it, and then they messaged us, and I still talk to Rick actually, Popco. I'm trying to con them into doing Monster 2, and I promised them that if they ever decided to do it, I know that they hated playing the Monstered as well, and I volunteered my body since I don't have feeling in most of it to play Monstered for them. Because I can think nothing about like a return to acting in the indie world for me than playing Monster. Like that feels like it's my wheelhouse. I like monsters, and I've not been a monster turd yet.
Yes, Raz, you're gonna end up being Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah,
I'll never be in as many things as that man.
Maybe not as many things, but like personality-wise, you're Bruce Campbell.
Oh, he pretty much raised me. He just doesn't know it. I'm his illegitimate son.
That's fair. That's fair. But like, no, I'm going to tell you, in our world, in this twisted universe of ours, like I know I couldn't give Raz a bigger compliment than you're Bruce Campbell.
Oh fuck no. And the thing that kills me is I've naturally progressed from flannels into Hawaiians almost all the time now.
I know, it's like weird.
I'm just not wearing my Beetlejuice flannel or Hawaiian right now. I just picked up a Jaws one the other day. I got my Creature flannel. I got Erd flannel. I keep seeing flannel Hawaiian. I got all kinds of random Hawaiians now, man.
Oh yeah.
The Creature Hawaiian is still my prized possession. It's finding a Hawaiian with Creature on it. I had to go all the way to the test store for the Dark Universe in the New Universal Park when I was down in Florida, because it wasn't open when I was down there, but the test store was.
Nice.
Oh my God, I got a problem with their company, and I keep forgetting to write them a letter. I'm thinking about filing a lawsuit against Universal right now.
Okay.
So I walk in and I see this stand with black winged horses. In the Harry Potter universe, why would I see black winged horses?
Yeah.
Thestrals, which I can only see if I've seen someone die.
Yeah.
So immediately I'm just stricken with a pile of trauma. Walk up horrified, and I did this prank to like 3 or 4 customers and like 2 workers. I was just like, "Can you see this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I can see the Thestrals." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry," and their face just got like, "Holy fuck!" And one of the employees didn't even know anything about Harry Potter, and I was explaining it to him. He was like, "Oh my God, am I going to die now?" I was like, "No, dude, but like think of all the kids that come in here and play with these things. They can only see them because they saw someone die. And how does that make you feel, man?" He's like, "I don't think anyone upstairs thought remotely about me like that, man." I was like, "Well, it's clear they did not." I didn't buy one though, because it felt weird. I bought a Monster Book of Monster Tales, the puppet instead.
You're an asshole.
And it makes monster noises when I puppet it too. It's not here right now.
I'm now thoroughly amused.
No, it's fun. I like him. His name is George. So love him, and I pet him, and I squeeze him, and I called him George.
And
Yeah,
this
I
is
feel
why
like
we will never be allowed to go anywhere together. Ever.
I don't think any of
And
us
that
should
is
go anywhere with together. I think the world would end.
Probably.
and that particular monster who said that quote is officially Martha's nickname from her brothers.
Oh yeah.
Me and Raz together is like Kathy Bates, James Caan in Misery.
It is, yeah.
Oh shit.
But the roles reverse at any given time.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about it, yeah.
It depends on which personality we wake up with that day.
Yep,
and how much weed we smoke.
Yeah, that's legit, man.
Yeah, but it'd be fun, probably.
Oh yeah.
I have a feeling that if you and me and Jay got together, it would be like reading Zombie Fallout.
Oh, dude, 100%. You're my busted ass deep.
like I have told
deep
Mark.
Traded too.
Yeah, I have told Mark on more than one occasion. It's like, I read your books and I see us doing this.
And he knows us well enough to know, yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, "Yeah, I could see it with you guys." I was like, "Damn it!"
He first wrote Trip into the books when I really started reading him and like talking to him a lot, and he didn't realize how much like Trip I am in certain situations.
He knows now.
Just Rip pulling joints out of nowhere that just never end because I just have joints everywhere and I'm so fucking baked. I don't know what's going on, but it just works out.
Yeah, the last time I talked to him, I was high, and he had taken a beating. That was the best conversation ever.
I still need to get down there for a barbecue.
Yes, like we all need to get together and just food and mayhem.
We owe him beer too for all the green rooms he had to miss out on.
Yeah. Well, I owe him 2 North Carolina IPAs. And we actually have a brewing company here in town that I can just go pick those up. So.
Oh yeah, man. We'll take a stop in Canada and get him some Molsons, but not get arrested crossing the border.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I do miss our round tables with Mark.
Yeah, we got to get him on. I've actually been I've been lazy. I need to get him over here so that everybody here can be like this. Y'all will love fucking Mark, dude.
That man is, yes.
He's brilliant.
He really is. And it was so funny because I don't know if I told you this, but like a year ago, at Dart League one night, we were talking while we were throwing. And there's a guy that's a bartender down there named Chance. And he is like a huge bibliophile. He reads and reads and reads. And we were shooting at the bullseye, and he kept missing it. And I went up behind him and I hit two.
Gotcha.
And and I went up there, and he goes, "Damn it! I can't stand it when you do that." And I went to pull the darts out, and I was just like, "Some asshole's licking the peephole." And then he stopped and he looked at me, and he goes, "Did you read Zombie Fallout?" And I was like, "Dude, let me tell you a story." He didn't believe me, so I went
Those
on
episodes,
Facebook and
those
I
episodes are
tagged.
still on YouTube too.
Yeah, but I went on Facebook and I tagged Mark and Chance in a post together, and I said, "Bet." And when Mark answered, Chance lost his mind.
That's fucking funny, dude.
He was like, "How the fuck do you know Mark Tufo? Do you know I have 22 of his books? 22." I was like, "You want to know where he lives?" Chance was so mad.
That's
And I
fucking.
was just like, I'm like, "Yeah, I know him." It was so great. And then he's like, "Well, who else do you know?" And I started naming everybody. So
Yeah.
now he's got like a TBR list that's like 4 years long.
Right.
And he's like, "I still haven't made it out of Mark Tufo."
I'm really stuck on a book series I'm trying to get through right now. Ghostland. It's a series by Duncan Ralston, and I really like a lot of Duncan's work. Like, I'm a big fan of him. I talked to him a couple times about writing and stuff. Like, nothing major, but like, I don't know why I'm struggling with it because it's well written. It's definitely up my alley. It's a good concept. Overall, is there's a theme park where they've actually gone out and taken haunted objects and ghosts and found a way to make them visible to people with these glasses. And it's a whole theme park full of like serial killer ghosts and all kinds of shit. So obviously, what could go wrong?
Oh yeah, no.
But it's a little bit more YA because the main characters are teenagers. But like they really don't pull. He does not pull many punches. It's well written. It's great. I don't know why I'm struggling with it. It just so I'm not reading much right now because it's a multi-part series, and I read the first book and half the second one. I think in the last 3 or 4 months. I'm hitting this I guess it's a reader's block. I'm listening to audiobooks okay, and that's going well. Just I don't know what it is.
So take a break from that. Read what I sent you.
I can't because I have OCD so bad with books. I cannot start reading one until I finish. But I do have a caveat. I can just finish a book in the series and take a break and go back to the series. That I can do. I had to force that one to work.
Because I know you've watched the Hell's Bells series.
Yeah.
So you want to read this book.
Okay. So Raz, I know how to get you out of that. Because whenever you have a problem reading a book, it's because you can't fit in the mindset of the character you have chosen.
For the most part, yes. Unless it's like when I struggled with oh my god, it's a really bad Stephen King book. The worst one I've ever read. Tommyknockers.
Yes.
Man, it took me 11 months. But to be fair, that's when they thought I was going to die from COVID. So I was having problems understanding what I was reading to begin with, let alone trying to read that fucking book.
Yeah.
Versus my 500 page book a week scenario.
Yeah. So go back and try to read it, but choose a different character. If you choose a different character, at least for the next like 2-3 chapters, you should be good because you'll get over the hump. Because the last time you had that issue.
Give me 1 second. I'm getting a call from the boss and it's late, so that's probably not good. I will pop it right back on.
All right. As
So
horrible that I
high.
was telling him how to read a book. Hi.
Tell him. Well, he has a different mindset than everybody else. But then again,
Yes, but
you have a
what
specific mindset.
what does it say about me that I know how his mindset works and I work
You're
with
good
it?
friends.
Well, and I'm a little bit messed up, but that's okay.
Well, it's not like I'm not. Dude, seriously. You should see what I read and write. I just like wrote a reciprocal poem to Jim's cabin and how I think he set up the traps to catch the people.
Like, yeah, my mindset lately is not a good one. And when I realize that I go into work expecting and looking forward to a fight, this is a problem. And I am there. I am literally there every day now. So, yeah, it's not good. Like, I'm staying so angry I can't write because my writing would be angry and bad.
Yes.
Like, it's not good, bro.
How's work going for your top dog? Hello?
Hmm?
I asked how work was going for you.
Oh, work. Um, all right. I've just been, pretty much taking care of my folks and everything, and
Okay.
so that's the personal stuff that I do. And it's been
Okay.
it's been kind of hectic lately, and but I'm there.
Understandable. And dude, from everything I'm getting from every Domino's employee I've talked to, they've taken bullshit to a new entire level.
Yes. 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 Fuck this company. Without admitting or denying where I work, yes, this is getting ridiculous.
Oh, I'm just saying for a personal pizza company that my kid goes to is like, I want Domino's. I'm like, why are we treating the people who give her her favorite food so bad? You need to take care of them better. Take care of them so my daughter can enjoy them better. Do you hear me,
Yeah,
Domino's? And they probably tell me I'm full of shit.
yeah,
Um, with me, I've decided to turn Raz into. I've split him into two different people. There's the Bigfoot, and then there's the him that has come join the Halloween party, and he and the Bigfoot are taking care of the older kids while Sage is getting dinner cooked on the grill because they've decided to have their own party for the littles to keep for whatever reason. I don't know. And him and Bigfoot are teaching them how to tell tales around the campfire. And the other story I'm doing is the one of the props from the props we were given. Sage is greeted one day after work. She gets back from dropping the kids off at school, and Serena and Calypso and Affy and another fairy that she's never seen before have come to ask her to teach them some new things about the new social media weirdness. And that one is turning out interesting. but the Halloween story is finally coming back together because the original one just went poof. And I have no idea where it went. It just like disappeared off my computer. It disappeared off my Google. It's just like, where did it go? I had you mostly written. But now you have a Bigfoot friend. And the Serena is an actual fairy now. And I don't know how that happens, but she has become part of the Pad Challenge. Well, I'm not saying she wasn't a fairy to begin with, but now she's a make-believe fairy in my world. And yeah, 450 poems later, there's going to be a book.
That's awesome, man. I need to get back to the poetry book I was going to do. I just got to focus on finishing that book, man. I'm putting Scream Park on hold until next year, probably, so I can finish Sounds of Crimson 3.
We are definitely happy about that. Made Martha definitely happy.
I think my mental health will be happy when I finish this series finally, after all.
Yes.
If not better, just more manageable. That'd be great.
Boy.
More costumes. Yeah. But yeah, no, I've had some very weird situations happening lately where I'm just not understanding people and I'm just not connecting to them and understanding why they do the things they do. Like, I was raised that, like, when you care for someone, for example, that you care for them all the time, not when it's convenient. You know? And like, if you see someone that you care about, like, just having a complete meltdown and like crying, like from just freaking out, you don't leave them alone for 2 hours and talk about how they're obviously really upset, but then get upset with them because they're not pretending to be okay and hanging out. At least that's the perception of what happens, not necessarily the intention. And it's important to note that it's not always someone's intention, but I think when you're a writer, you realize that words are pretty, but actions tend to matter more because you work with words every day. You know how easy it is to bend and twist words, and how easy it is to give and take meaning away from words and just say what you want to hear. But
and
if you're telling me you care about me while you're stabbing me in the taint at the same time, that's a little hard to comprehend.
No, I can honestly say my mother was not that type of person. When you got stabbed there, she was not. You knew she was angry. I've only known about one person that did have that happen. That woman pissed mom off bad. The fact that I have a story. The fact that I have a story for that.
I know. I love that. We went from a hypothetical taint stabbing to a very real taint stabbing.
Yeah, that woman. She never pulled her shit again.
Literally, she has 2 assholes now.
Yeah.
When one asshole just won't do.
Tom Dog is probably trying to figure out why he decided to join the crazy people.
I think Tom's high.
Is he high?
We've been talking to you like in the past like 60 seconds.
I wish I was high. No, I was distracted. I was on Google Maps for a second. I was checking out some place.
Oh, okay.
I gotta be. I think I have an appointment tomorrow because I finally made an appointment to get a counselor and everything like that. So.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Because
I'm
in need of a psychiatrist and everything like that, and I've just been depressed and everything, and and
well, I love you, man.
Thank
you. For real.
and then coming up, and then I'm gonna have a really shitty birthday, and
Oh no.
yeah, I moved. I'm gonna have a really yeah, because I'm not planning on celebrating my birthday this year because this year marks the 5 year remembrance of when my house got caught on fire,
Right.
and
Oh wow.
it happened on and it happened on my birthday, um so that's one of the reasons I'm going to be speaking to a counselor, and
That's good.
plus also getting my identity taken and everything, and it's just been going through all that shit, and
Yeah.
so I am glad that I got a new phone now, and so yeah, it's slowly getting back better and everything like that, and you know,
But I'm
and
proud of you, man. Though, because I mean, like,
thank you.
a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's a counselor; it's no big deal," or "Why the fuck do you even go to a counselor?" But like, it takes a lot of courage to know that, hey, man, I'm not doing so good right now, and I could use a hand.
Yeah,
Like that's a big fucking deal, and that's something that people should celebrate more often.
yeah, and but yeah, and plus also, May being, mental health awareness month and everything, and so yeah, I take care, I try to take care as best as I can. My health is what needs to be worked on, because I'm always busy taking care of others, and not so much taking care of myself. So
Right? Yeah,
I need to,
that's my constant issue
yeah, I
because
need to find a balance.
that's one of my big struggles right now. Because I was talking earlier on about how when do you know it's time to stop filling someone's cup or whatever if they're not put anything back into yours because I've been really bad about this for way too long with a lot of people, and man, it drains the
Yeah,
fuck out of you, dude.
Yes, it
yeah.
does.
And with my personal life, I can't have it's been tough for me to hang out with my friends, and they just opened up a new karaoke bar downtown, and I want to go to that.
All right.
And I want to check that out, and
So don't ever stop.
it's yeah. So, and my last doctor visit, my doctor even suggested that I should go to Terrificon, but it's been kind of stressful and
Ooh,
everything because with me taking care of my parents, it's been a struggle. So I'm trying to find that balance so that maybe I can go and not have to worry about about them. So,
yeah, no, I can understand that for sure, man.
and I just got done with some uploading of it. I did upload another product review yesterday,
Ooh,
and
what'd
so
you do?
that I did a review of the Reese's peanut butter cup with jelly.
Oh,
So I did the combination. I reviewed the grape and the strawberry, and so yeah, it's up on my channel now if you want to check that out
hell yeah,
and everything. So it
that's
hasn't
super
really
for me
made the
because I don't like
reviews
peanut.
haven't really made its rounds,
Yeah, I
and
don't like peanut butter at all unless it's a Reese cup. But if I
yeah,
put jelly in a Reese cup, that would make me think of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it would gross me the fuck out.
yeah,
So I can't even try it. And it could be the best, delicious, most delicious thing in the world, but I can't do it.
and and I always take an awful risk because I'm a diabetic, and
Right?
it is kind of sweet, and I don't care.
You like it though
So
overall? Actually, no, don't tell me. Go to his fucking channel and find out because that's what I'm gonna do.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
No spoilers.
and
I shared it
and
in
I did,
Friday's group.
Sweet.
and I also did a 2 night event uh to honor Sabu.
Hell yeah, man. That crushed me a little bit.
Yeah. So there was more of a bio there was more of a bio for him during his time in WWE, than there was in AEW because he only showed up for 2 appearances.
Yep.
And none of the times he wrestled.
Yep. And he doesn't. His wishes were to not be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, also, which is crazy. But from his perspective, though, I get why.
Yeah.
I actually haven't even watched Backlash yet because shit's just been crazy the last few weeks, and it's killing me.
Yeah. You'll be surprised of how short. I will say this: there was only 5 matches.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
I was like, a 3-hour event, and you're only going to have 5 matches. Come on.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna build shit
and
up.
then and Saturday night's main event is going to be everyone's saying that it's too predictable, and I said, well, yeah. Why would anybody want to put a world championship belt on Logan Paul? You want to kill the business? Put the
Yeah,
championship
exactly.
on Logan Paul.
Exactly.
And so that's why. So yeah, it has to be predictable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm actually looking forward for John Cena and R-Truth. That's going to be a good match.
No, yeah.
It's like there's always there's a lot of mixed reactions for John Cena heel turn, but I like it. I like it.
It's a good story. I like stories.
Yeah.
I like good stories. It's actually a really good one.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to when Cody comes back. I'm
I don't even
predicting
know
that
why
he
he's
is
gone
going
right
to.
now because I haven't seen. I've been going like this wrestling blackout until I catch up with shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't spoil anything then.
Oh my God, thank you.
But I will say if he does come back, I think he's going to turn heel.
Yeah.
As
I
a
can
as
see it.
a as a as a twist.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're kind of rebuilding the corporation in a weird way,
Yeah.
an interesting
Yeah.
way, not a bad way, just an interesting way.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like I know what's going to happen when that happens.
Did you hear about AEW last night?
No, man, I don't like AEW.
Oh, you don't?
They
Oh.
make me very angry. The con makes me very fucking angry as both a fan and an ex
Yeah.
wrestler.
And
I respect the
so what had
wrestlers over
happened?
there, but it.
Yeah. So what had happened last night on Collision? They ended the show a half an hour early. Um, there was a technical issue.
Oh damn, dude.
Yeah, and I feel kind of, and I can't fault him on that. I felt kind of bad for him and everything. So
It depends on why there was a technical issue.
yeah,
If it was
I
like a
think there was
skip
some. I
corner,
think
an actual blackout, or
yeah, I think there was some bad weather down that way.
that's
Even though I think they
understandable. You
were,
can't do shit about that. Well, you can do a lot more
yeah,
than people think if you invest the money into it. But
yeah, and everybody's was joking about it because when the feed cut, it went right into Black Adam.
no,
So I was like, oh man.
I think we need another DX esque NWO style group
Yeah.
or click, if
Yeah.
you will, to kind of break up this corporate bullshit that's happened with The Rock and everything else.
Yeah.
It's time for since most of DX still works for the company or owns the company, runs the company, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
They can do it
Oh, excuse me. And,
and train the next generation.
so, and then I've been, of course, and I've been playing 2K25 a lot, and
I'm playing off and on.
I got the DLC pack 1 that just came out.
I haven't opened it yet.
Wait,
I
yeah, I'm
need to.
still wait. We're still waiting on the celebrity. They're working on some paperwork and everything. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm
it'll
interested
be.
to see who it ends up being though.
I think it's going to be Travis Scott. There, I
That's
can,
what, yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense because he's been involved. He's already been involved in a couple
yeah,
times already,
oh yeah,
and you know, it just feels right. But
yeah.
You
It
know,
makes.
even with that though,
Although him
I
being
guess
there in the
there's
company, it all doesn't make sense. It would make sense that he's been that he would be put in the game since he's been in the company lately.
yeah. But what could happen? What I think is happening is that they get he's got to go through all the paperwork and everything like that
Yeah,
and the finalization.
it takes a little
So
bit negotiations and all that.
yeah. So even though he's been hanging out with The Rock,
Yeah,
they still
yeah,
got all that other legal issues to work on and everything and contracts and yada yada yada.
yeah.
I should say, if they want, hell, they can put me in the game. I already got a custom wrestler ready to go. you know, WWE needs Tom Dog.
Hell yeah.
I don't need to put the belt. I don't need to put the belt on me. Don't put the belt on me. I'll just make Logan Paul's life a living hell.
Yeah, I'll be down for
I'll
that.
be the Roddy. I'll be the Roddy Pipe. I'll be this generation's Roddy Piper.
I feel like I'm this generation's mankind.
There you go. There you go.
I'd want to think I'm Razor Ramon, but let's be honest. Bet I'm old. I've been ripped apart 2,000 times, but I'm also, a staple.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yo, Chico, Razor Ramon. Survey says.
We have a winner. So, but yeah, and I just you know, figuring some shit out and everything,
Yeah.
and I've been watching a lot of AI videos lately on with celebrities looking like babies.
That shit creeps me out a little bit, man.
Oh my god, it's cute and funny at the same time. I just think it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Man, I want to see the new Final Destination that just came out really bad.
I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, especially it's hitting all the right parts because this is Tony Todd's last movie.
Yeah. Oh, it's
And
actually not.
huh?
It's the last one he was on set for, but not the last one that's going to come out.
Oh, okay.
Tony
Well,
did many productions, like sometimes several a month. And and any production comes out like next week, or the week after that, and then there's another one's going to come out in like 4 or 5 months or something. I think they said,
oh, yeah.
but it was the last time he was physically on set, and apparently the ending, he has some
Yeah.
kind of monologue or something that was
Yeah.
not even ever in the script, and it was just completely just improv by him, and I guess it's really passionate and
Yeah.
it's fucking with
So it's
people.
been hitting so yeah, it's hitting a lot of emotions because, and especially because he passed away and he's a really damn good celebrity. And it's just like, it's going to tug on those strings.
It's breaking my
And
heart, dude. Like I heard,
yeah.
I knew, I've known he wasn't well through
Yeah.
mutual sources for quite some time before he passed, but he was still, Tony doesn't stop. He couldn't stop. And I found out that he had passed like 6 or 7 hours, I think, before it became like
Yeah.
not public knowledge, and it fucking killed me, dude. Like big time. He even did like a shout out video to our haunt the year we opened because Fred loves Candyman, and I was like, well, I can hook something up.
Oh
He's like,
wow.
no,
Oh wow.
but it fucking crushed me. I know that movie. I'm not. I've become more emotional in my life recently for God knows why. I need to stop that. But I
Yeah.
feel like I'm gonna burst out when I fucking see that ending.
I read it. I actually see. I make them. I I am always very careful of not getting um ruined by spoilers online.
Yeah,
But I just had to read this article about Tony Todd, and it had it had his quote that he said from the movie, and I'm not going to repeat it
Nope.
here. And
I saw the same article, and instead, where I saw it was going to quote it, I was like, nope. I just fucking X'd out.
yeah, I did read that article and tears.
Damn, man.
I teared up, and I know it's gonna hit. I know I'm gonna hit Niagara Falls when I actually do see that movie.
Oh yeah, because reading and hearing him
And
say something,
yeah,
that voice.
and it was just like a really good quote, and you know,
I
so
will say to
because I
his
got
credit, he was in a number of franchises that he was able to put to rest before he passed, or as he
yeah
passed. Like
yeah
him passing the torch with Candyman and being a part of it. This
hmm
was planned to be his last, role of death for, this is the end of, supposed to be the end of this franchise. He wrapped up
yeah
his roles in Machete already a while back. Like
yeah
it was almost like he was trying to wrap up things on purpose.
yeah, and he was supposed to be at Connecticut at the Connecticut Horror Fest,
Yep.
CT Horror Fest, and when they found out that he passed away,
Yeah.
um, it was very shocking.
Yeah.
That's actually how I found out that he passed away, because he was going to be at CT Horror Fest, and they had to announce that he passed, and I was like, oh shit,
It's fucking rough, man.
because and when word got out with passing, and I think everybody can would agree that they all would openly admit that they went to the nearest mirror and started saying Candyman's name 5 times,
Oh
or
yeah.
even Tony Todd's name 5 times.
The fucked up
You
thing
know.
for us is that my buddy Sebastian plays Candyman when we do the movie nights, and we're gonna do like a memorial in his scene also for Tony.
Yeah.
But his Candyman is the most realistic and terrifying Candyman I've ever seen in haunt anywhere, and I've seen it. It's not a character you see much in haunts, so it's already
Yeah.
unique. But of them, I've never seen anyone do it better. To the point where he scared Fred so bad, Fred ran out of his own haunt. He was terrified of Sebastian.
Oh wow.
And we also have Candyman 5 times written on the wall in reverse above the urinal. But when you turn around, you can see it in the mirror the right way in our bathroom.
Oh wow.
We have all kinds of
Oh
cool shit like
wow.
that in the bathrooms in the building and stuff.
Jeez. I'm in the wrong state.
You are, man. I hook you up all
I'm
the
in
time.
the wrong state. It's like we had this there's a haunted house that's not too far from me, and I'd never been there, and it's it's just not the same as going to an actual haunt,
Yeah.
because I hear all the cool stuff that you do with yours, and yeah, it's just so awesome.
Just know that if you're ever down here for any reason during like one of our special events when we're open or during normal season, I'm going to give you free tickets, but I'm going to make you act with me for the night. You have to get in there.
Okay.
That's a promise. I'm dead serious about that, man. I've gotten Patty to do it so far, and Pyle does it randomly with me all the time, and Ron
Nice.
and Matt, of
I'm not
course.
sure I don't know what I can do though.
Buddy, I got you. You
Oh,
just show up and say I'm ready, and I will find the most perfect spot for you because I'm that good at placing people. It's my job to know how to place people and get them ready. We have a Main Street section that's got like a Freddy Fazbear type thing, and except for Freddy Fazbear, it's Props Party Palace, and Matt's animatronic clown character jumps out the last second, and he's so good at pretending to be an animatronic. By the time you realize he's not, you're fucked.
nice.
We also have the equivalent of an abandoned Spirit Halloween store also in our Main Street area, and that's like where a lot of our
Oh
zombie
wow.
shooting stuff happens. Then we got the Bayou with your animal mutations and your cannibal rednecks. Then we got the whole
Nice.
asylum, which runs the whole gamut of what an asylum is, right down to the elevator to the basement, which is a simulated elevator falling, and which goes into animal testing to the sewer, and that takes you to the freak show, then the circus, then the dungeon at the end. It's a wild ride, man.
Actually, if I can shave, you know, get a proper goatee and really shave my head bald, I could probably pull off a really good Captain Spaulding.
Oh, you could. We actually have a great Captain Spaulding mask, even too, like a good one, an expensive one.
Yeah.
Steven that also does shows when we do movie nights. He usually wears that one. He's just not sadly going to be at a convention when we're doing our Friday the 13th weekend event.
Oh, nice.
But no, you can have a lot of fun, man. Like I don't let
I can
people.
even bark like a dog too. So
Sorry,
like
in
a
the
really
asylum,
big
man.
dog, like a really big dog.
I'll make you a patient that thinks he's a doctor.
There you go.
And we have fun with it, man. Watch their blood around.
Nice.
It's good therapy, honestly. Like hunting is really good therapy, man. Like it's just a lot of fun. Like when you're having a shit day, I don't even get to act that much anymore. But like even just hiding in the walls, watching, my actors making sure they're doing what they need to do and that they've got what they need to do their job well. I can see them do it. So like, even though I'm not doing it, I'm currently living vicariously, but I'm also not really living vicariously because I've done it myself for so many years. It's just more seeing their excitement when they get people like, and when they pull off their act or they try something new and it works, just like, and they don't even know I'm saying this most of the time. They almost never know I'm there unless I come out to, talk to them for a second. But just getting to go there and seeing that alone, dude, it makes it worth it. And I really think you'd love it.
When I was doing backyard wrestling, I had this character that I came up with. His name is the Dark, and I called him the Dark Lord. And whoever would do that would play it really well. And I always provide, and I would be on the back where I don't providing the voice of what he would sound like. And there's a very dark voice. And
See, I put you in the
so
dungeon area where our main demon
he
character is, like, as one of his like
he has like
disciples.
a he has like a skull mask and everything. And I tried to make
Dude,
him
that would be perfect.
not look like a Grim Reaper, but he's
Yeah.
all decked out in black and kind of gothic-y looking.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, as a matter of fact, when I still actually I do have the picture, I think.
The character I pop out sometimes carries a death head moth lantern that glows. I do the full black hooded cloak with chains attached to it. But when I lift up my hood, my mask is made out of the faces of children. It's fucked up, and all the eyes glow.
Nice.
He's the devourer, or he's Narlatet, but he's the devourer aspect, where he devours everything you've ever been, are, or could be. At least that's my story behind it. The customers will never know.
Nice.
Do they need
Yeah,
to? It's fun either way.
Oh yeah, definitely fun either way.
Here's what he looks like.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I'll put it back up. Yeah, on full screen now. Yeah, I can see that better. That's really cool, man. I like that.
Yeah.
It's most definitely epic.
He is very terrifying.
Why is Mariah so silent?
I think she's listening.
I have been listening. I also have bugles.
Oh, okay, yeah. Why aren't you playing them like a bugle?
But one of the interesting fact about the Dark Lord character, when I was working at McDonald's, I was in drive-through one night, and it was a really slow night, like almost near closing time. And there was this lady that came into the drive-through. Actually, no, it was in the afternoon. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, it was in the afternoon. But it was a really slow afternoon, and so she came up there and everything is like, I've seen you before, and I said, yeah, because in the area I was, they could get in the town that I was in, they can catch the cable access shows that I was on and everything. And I said, I was on, you may have seen me on television. And it's like, yeah, that's where I saw you. Because my son was couldn't sleep one night, and he was really cranky because he was teething. And so I was sitting there and I was flipping to the channels to help him go quiet and everything. And I came across your show, and this is when I was doing the wrestling season.
Yeah.
And the Dark Lord character was on, and he was so terrifying. He was so scary looking that it's like my son cried and everything, and that's what she told me. It's like was like had nightmares because of this character, and I said, I'm sorry, but and everything, and I don't know if she was a single mom, but but um, but that's a different story altogether. But but, but it was and it's like, what? As soon as they drove away and it went back to being slow again, I was like, I turned to my colleagues and I said, you know what? I did my job well. And they said, what do you mean? What do you mean? I said the Dark Lord character that I had on the other night scared the shit out of this little child, and that's what it was supposed to do.
Scare the shit out of children.
It's like it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to do that. And I think, if I was ever at CT Horror Fest, I could actually make that happen too.
That'd be cool shit, man.
Because, and everyone loves the Dark Lord and everything. And it's just like, it was our version of the Undertaker, but more menacing. He had like a dark, he had like a deep voice like the Undertaker, but he sounded more like a combination of both the Undertaker and Pinhead. And
Right.
and he had a presence that, and a lot of goth kids actually enjoyed that character.
Oh yeah.
And there was one time, and his gimmick is to consume souls. So so when I unlocked that feature that payback feature in WWE 2K24, I actually I actually used that soul siphoning as his signature move.
Oh yeah.
So it was funny as hell.
Nice.
And so once I unlock everything in 2K25, I'm gonna make the Dark Lord again.
Oh yeah,
And,
man.
so gotta have the Dark Lord.
Well, damn, we've been doing this 2.5 hours. Nice.
Yeah, I've enjoyed
And
it.
it's a fun 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's been a great 2.5 hours. I will have to go soon because sadly I must be up early.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is a thing for all of
I
us.
have to work again tomorrow.
I only
Yay.
slept maybe at best 4.5 hours the whole weekend. So
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, I'm set up to do it occasionally, but it's like it's starting to hit me now. Not having eaten it all yet today is probably not good. I got food, but fuck it.
Eating would be a good thing.
I mean, we got Applebee's. I just started the show while we were doing it, so I was like, oh, it's just a burger though, so it'll be alright.
I have not eaten yet. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I had a
Why
bite of pizza.
Definitely not thinking that.
Well, it was from a food truck at least.
Like, no.
I could have had more, but I was at the con. I was too stressed. I was like, nah, I can't eat right now.
That's fair.
Balls.
Exactly. So, yes.
Sometimes I just want to run around town and dip my balls in things. Wanted you guys to know that. I'll dip my balls in it.
Lovely.
Mm.
We shall coat them in teriyaki sauce for you.
Hell yeah. I do have one more funny story to tell you guys at least. Girl named Caitlin works at another haunt. She's been volunteering with us lately. I adore this girl, love her to fucking death. But when she tells you a story, she stops every 5 seconds to tell you a side story. So something she just called to tell you real quick will take 30 or 40 minutes. I was an hour and 2 minutes into this conversation a couple weeks back. And I was like, oh my God, Caitlin, I got to let you go. I got to go fuck this ostrich. And she just goes, okay, I'll talk to you later. Wait, what? What? Why are you fucking an ostrich? Like, I can't talk. I just got to go fuck it. She's like, okay, bye. That's how I got the conversation. So now there's a whole epic thing about me fucking ostriches and how that's what I used to get out of talking to people now. Random
At
weird
least change
Ferrando.
the bird up every now and then to peacock or something else.
Oh, no peacocks. We're not going Diddy. Or R. Kelly, for that matter. Diddy did it.
Yes.
We keep going back to that South Park episode. They just already knew that he did it way before everyone else knew. I guess.
Well, yeah. I think everybody was very much agreed.
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you.
What's the next show we got going on?
We got definitely we have Tomb tomorrow.
Good.
I need to set up an event for Chainers, and then I am not sure about Steven shows yet.
Yeah, he's got a new job.
Yeah, I don't know if they're on hiatus or if he's getting to the point where he can play them. So I can't say yay or nay on either.
Okay.
And I know definitely Unprinted Pages is going to be up this weekend for the release party. And then next Friday, we have PT Macias or Macias, this beautiful, amazing lady. She has military romance. She has mafia romance. She has paranormal romance.
Very cool.
Dark romance. If you like romance, you want to read this woman.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good, man.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to talking to her. I'm looking forward to celebrate our new book.
Yeah.
It's coming out. And yeah.
I will definitely be I can commit to at least one show a week. This week it'll no matter what be two, because I'm doing this one now and I'm definitely doing Friday.
Yeah,
but if I can pop it in one too.
I'll be there for the Tomb tomorrow.
Okay, good. Yay! It'll be more than just Josh and I. I don't know if it'll be Ron yet, but in theory, tomorrow.
You watched the movie.
Yeah, sometimes stuff happens and we never know. But I know for a fact Ron and not Ron, but I know for a fact apparently definitely Tom Dog, Josh, and I don't know, depending on the weather when it comes to Dell guys.
Yeah.
That's up in the air. And then yeah.
I'll find fertilizer unless it gets bad out.
And then we'll go from there.
Well, yeah.
I'm just double checking on the name of the movie, Creature Cabin.
Yeah, Creature Cabin. Unless you're from an alternate country, then it is Tarnation.
Fucking Tarnation.
Yeah, they go to the town of Tarnation.
I take it that's on Tubi, right?
It is most definitely on Tubi because that is where I watched it.
Awesome.
The link is in the group, guys.
Oh, okay. I will check it.
Yeah, I've been trying to make sure it gets up in the information chat and the group.
Yeah, I feel bad for missing out on Shark Bait.
We still love you. We're just happy you come back.
Yes.
Tom Dog makes the world better.
Indeed,
exactly.
And
he makes the medicine go down.
Guys, I need this sticker for my car.
What?
I refuse to argue with people who should have been swallowed.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I need that for my car too. I need a t-shirt to wear that around.
I've been seeing that a lot. I've been seeing some stickers like that.
Hell yeah.
I used to have I actually had a like even online, where someone would just act like a jerk online and everything, and like that there would be someone would post a random picture of a condom and it says, it's, this, it had something to do with what they were, someone's being ignorant, and it's like,
oh yeah,
a condom would have prevented this post or something like that. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, like my tolerance level for people right now is at an all-time low.
Oh, dude, mine it's also.
I am on the same wavelength, and it's like it's mostly what happens on the road, and it just pisses me off. It's like I'm like the other day, I was going 45 in a in a 35-mile zone, and people are honking and cars were, and I was in that fast lane, going that 10 miles over the speed limit, and there was a car that drove past me honking their horn, flipping me off, and going faster than I was, and I'm like, how fast do you want me to go? I mean, Jesus
Man.
Christ! Like,
Good question.
let me use.
No, for me, bro, it's and I'm normally the person that's like, oh, I do apologize. Oh, let me see if I can do this better. But lately, I'm not. I am. You know what, bitch? You got a problem with it? Come up here. I'll swing with you. Let's go.
There you go.
I love you
I
guys.
still get.
I really got to go though. Sadly.
All right,
Okay.
Raz.
Good
I'll talk to
night.
you guys very
All right.
soon. Good night. Keep it going.
Okay. Good night. Bye.
Holy shit!
It's
It's
like
almost
I get
midnight.
honked. It's like I get honked. I get honked all the time whenever I use my turn signal. And it's like the purpose of me using. It's like I would not mind if I forgot to use my turn signal, but I'm always using my turn signal. And so there should be no reason why people are honking at me. It's like I'm following the rules of the road, idiot. You know.
Yeah, people right now are just trash.
And it's
Like
funny.
I'm
It's
like
like I got rid of I was in a shitty town. Now I'm in a town that I love, and and like I don't get stressed out as much when I'm in the town that I'm in now. So I'm in Southington, Connecticut now, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But we got like maybe like you know a rare occurrence of that one asshole. And I'm like,
man, no, they're all here. All of them are here. Like, yeah,
if I was still living in Waterbury, Connecticut, it would be a different story because I still say, and when I was living in Waterbury, everything was fine. You know, there wasn't too much drama and everything like that. But then a few years ago when I moved to Southington, Waterbury went downhill. It's like I'm hearing news articles about you know about shootings and everything. People killing each other. Um, there was a there was one that made national news where the stepmother had this guy locked in his room ever since he was a kid, and now he's in his 30s and he was all malnourished and everything, and the only way that he was able to get out was to start a fire in his room, and everything is going to hell, and he was locked in his room for like 35 years, and it was horrible, and it made national news too. And then just recently, a student, a kid brought a gun to school, but thank God it wasn't loaded. And and it happened at my old high school. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. And it's like my town has gone to crap since I moved. I need to come back. I need to come back and said, slap around and say, smarten up.
That would be good.
But then that would mean I would have to become mayor, and I don't want that because my political views. I mean, nobody the politics in Waterbury are so pathetic, and some of the politicians that are there won't even listen to me. They didn't listen to me, before, and there was like a group that formed because of the reputation that I had on my cable access show, and I got in trouble where I got canceled for a year, and I wanted to appeal it, and they didn't want to hear me. So I waited a whole year, and then when I was able to come back, I ripped a new asshole into them. I ripped them a new asshole, and I told them how I felt, and I knew they were watching because they were watching everything that I do. So I told them where to go, and that was the end of it. So and it was one of my best shows ever because I actually turned it into like a video instruction video on how a remote control works, and it was one of my best shows ever since I came back. So so I am the epitome of cancel culture. So I know what cancel culture is, and I always use my experiences as an example because I was there, and you know, and slowly but surely I'm being told that I'm woke, but I can already say that it's like I've been doing this for years, and it's like there's nothing woke about me. So so yeah, I've done a lot of my show was very controversial back then. But now since I'm doing shows on YouTube, you know, I have I know what I can do and what I can't do, but I'm just glad I can swear and advertise. I couldn't swear or advertise on cable access. So, but I am looking forward to next year because next year is going to be my 30 years in broadcasting. So, I got some anniversary specials coming up next year.
That's cool.
So,
And
yeah,
my officials don't listen to us either.
yeah.
They want to raise the egg prices and then charge us because we got chickens because we can't afford the egg prices.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the
And then
system.
the bird flu and everything like that. It's like it's crazy. It's crazy out
Well,
there.
it is officially midnight. I got a pumpkin now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
it's
Okay,
coming
midnight.
home.
let's
Is it?
just
Yeah,
end
it's
the show
midnight over
here.
here too. I'm gonna be calling it a night as well.
Yeah, they're coming home from work, so
Then, good night, everybody. I hope you all
night,
have a
everybody.
good night. Thank you for coming. Bye.